And I'm live. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's been having a good day. And I'm waiting for my TV to get caught up. There we go. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Oh, man. So it's been another week gone by, and did a little bit of work on my car. Not much. What up, Cooler? I took the oil pan off my old engine and found out that oil pan has been off before, and either what's up, Josh? Either that was not originally an ST, but I do know that one of the plates was missing on it. One of the oil splash plates inside there, the diverter plates, whatever you want to call them, and two bolts were broken off. So basically, I'm going to use the oil pan off the broken engine because it's fine. It's got no cracks, nothing, and it's set up right, and it doesn't have any broken bolts. And I did fix the plate that was ripped apart. By fixed, I mean I bent it flat again, and I'm just going to use that because there's nothing wrong with it. It just got dented. It got ripped a little bit, but I flattened it back out. Should be fine. It's not falling apart, so should be good. I'll put the link up there, so if y'all want to. What up, Bama? What's up, Jamie? Just for me, expensive. Oh, yeah. Duramax? Yeah. Any diesel's expensive when they break. I was just finished watching Cletus's latest video, and they had the Turbinero in there, which is a Camaro with a Boeing T50 turbine engine in it. Pretty badass. Hopefully they get it running. I can't wait for the next video on it. But every time I start the show, I start yawning. I don't know why. But I changed ceiling fans out in my living room today, so I don't run into it anymore. But I'm not sure how well. Oh, you can't even see it with that light on. Try that. There we go. There it is. It's got a really bright light, though, as it blinds the camera. But change from the bigger one. It's, the light's nice. It works great. Got bright light in here when I want it. The fan, though, is more directional than a regular ceiling fan. Regular ceiling fans seem to spread the air out a little bit better. That one's kind of like a floor fan. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get more than one. I'm going to put one over me. And hey, Mike. And that should help. But I'm also buying a bigger one. That's like the smallest.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. But they make bigger ones. And I think a bigger one would help because that's like 19 inches. And so the fan itself is only like an 18-inch.
You need a BAF.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good. Crank no start, just finishing it up. Some electrical communications, fuel, some induction. It's fresh out of warranty.
Gotta love it.
Wow.
I always wanted a bigger one. Yeah. Well, you can just go out and buy a bigger one now.
This is true.
What's up, Mr. Mach 1?
So what is going on, Pinks?
Oh, not much. I just, I was tearing down, or as the tear down was going on the engine, I realized that oil pan had some issues. Like where what are those plates inside the oil pan called? The
baffles.
The baffles. So where the front baffle is, or maybe it's the rear, I'm not sure. It's left to right, I guess, on this one. Where the big baffle is, that's normally in the ST, there wasn't one, and two bolts were missing, and the third one was broken off, and then one of the bolts was broken off in the smaller baffle. And then three of the bolts that I took out were they weren't original machine bolts. They were self-drilling, self-tapping. So this probably came out of a non-ST originally. So I don't think that's the original engine from that car. I think when it got in the accident, they replaced they replaced the engine.
Which means it probably came either from what would it be, a Fusion 2.0 or an Edge or something like that.
Generally an Escape. The one that I had in it that I blew up was from an Escape.
Ah,
And they're fine. They're the same exact engine. The only difference is they've been sitting with an automatic transmission on it.
Okay, so question for you, Pinks. Did the engine escape?
Yeah, it did. It escaped. Part of it did.
It said I'm out of here.
Out of here. It yeeted
Oh.
the piston right out the sidewall.
Yeah, that was a pretty gnarly. It
was.
It windowed both sides, didn't it?
Front and back.
Oh, the block, it
Respect-
windowed both sides, right? Yeah.
It sure did. Yeah, I guess you could say if it was in a Mustang and besides, but in a Focus it's front and back. But yeah, it's the sides.
Inspection holes.
Large inspection holes too.
Yes.
Quite large. Bigger than most. They were freeze plugs that came unfrozen. Okay.
With a little assistance from another piece of aluminum.
Actually, I don't think those were. I'm not sure those are aluminum rods, are they?
Oh no, never mind. I was thinking something else. Never mind. Yeah, that's steel rods.
Yeah, and pistons.
Yeah.
Now they're crap steel, but they're steel.
Yep.
Just looking at the metal, it does not look. But the old oil pan is in good shape, and I took the big baffle out of it from the purple one that was just not destroyed but damaged right in the middle.
Yeah.
And I was able to put it in my vise and press it back flat, and then hammer it down some and get it nice and flat and smooth. And it's not perfect, but it'll work.
Yeah. That's good.
That way I don't have to buy another one. They're $75 freaking.
Yep. Parts add up quick nowadays, unfortunately.
And then I'm just gonna, clean the gunk out of the old one. I mean, I already cleaned this one. Now I'm gonna clean the old one. But at least I know with the new one, they had a dual bead. Like they must have had a leak or something and tried to fix it by adding more silicone. More RTV. But they added it outside the screw line instead of inside where you're supposed to put it.
Yep.
So it didn't. That's why it had oil on the engine because it had oil leaks. But it didn't leak the entire time I ran it when I first got it. So.
Well, answer this. That other car you pulled the engine out of, you said it had been in a front end collision, right?
No.
Oh.
Rear end collision. It's my car. It's the car I'm currently driving or was driving.
Ah.
It had a rear end collision. I got the it was a salvage title when I bought it, and then I went and got the report to figure out what damage it had, and it was rear end damage, and I figured that out myself almost before I got the report. So.
Gotcha.
There we go.
It's better than front.
Yeah, no, sometimes. On this car, it's rear caused some issues too, but it's got one issue in the back that I had to fix, and I think I've got it fairly fixed. And it's the gas. It's the gas where you fill it. The
filler neck.
Filler
yeah,
neck.
the filler neck where the top piece is a separate piece from the filler neck, and it wasn't wanting to stay on. I think I finally got it locked in like it's supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Nice.
But I did that like a year ago before I blew it because I was having to put gas in it all the time. But
Yeah.
Mustang's running fine. It's a little
That's
dirty.
good.
I've been driving it, so
Yeah. Funny thing about Mustangs.
what? They get
Well,
dirty?
no. I'm about to go elbow deep back into them again.
Really?
Uh-oh. You got the itch.
Not necessarily the itch. More like, let's just say I had a phone call and a discussion was made, and for more money, and I'm going back Monday,
Where to?
back with HPR.
HPR. I've heard of the place. It sounds familiar. It really
Yeah, it's quite familiar to you, I believe.
Ah, man, if only I could place it.
Good old Ken. Good old Ken. I'd like to go up to HPR before I go to school,
I like HPR.
but I
Little
don't.
place.
I don't know. I don't know if Ken wants this idiot girl bugging him, witnessing
Yeah.
the stuff that she.
Somebody's in a Freightliner. Oh, I love those headlamps, but man, I cannot wear mine when I'm not using it. I sweat way too much. Those
Well,
things.
it's keeping the hair out of my face,
Hey,
and
that works too for you. I don't have that problem. I keep my hair short.
Hey, there's Gary.
I do love those headlamps. I have two. I bought two of those. One of them though, half the lights are out in it. The other one works fine.
If
Yeah.
you buy one from Matco, it's lifetime warranty.
yep,
I have from Matco.
exactly.
$7 for two of them 2 or 3 years ago.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
Briggs, you're a lot uglier than I thought you were, buddy.
Have you looked in the mirror?
Oh, but trust me, the mirrors run from me. Hey, Cooler, I got to tell you something, buddy. I'm glad you're
Oh
going back.
crap! My light's on.
And I'm going to tell you why I'm glad you're going back. The gentleman that lives up here, that's in the car club up here, and you did all the work on his car, did nothing but talk great things about you.
Well, tell him next time you see him, I appreciate it. And come back and see me. Let's put a fuel system on his car, really turn up the wick.
Well, that's the thing, though. He didn't put a fuel system on it. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike,
I was gonna say, since you're going back to HPR. Nah, I shouldn't ask that. I was like, I'd make a 140-mile trip to do a shadow before I go to a professional tuning course.
Hell, I just tell you, talk to Ken. You never know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you right now, because me and him were on the phone on and off probably about 2 hours yesterday. He is beyond swamped. He's got. Last time when I left, there was only probably I'd say maybe two handfuls of cars, maybe 8 to 10 cars. Right now, there's about 25 on the lot.
Is that car familiar to you there, Cooler?
wow.
Yep, big old cow hood. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can't see it, but
You couldn't see it?
Yeah,
I wasn't looking. Oh,
about
nice.
to go to
Yeah. I can't do those big cow hoods though myself. I mean, I think they look cool, but I can't drive behind them.
I'm about to go to Hennessy Performance Academy. Then I'm going up to America's Most Wanted 4x4 for the because everyone Hellcat swaps Jeeps, that type of stuff. So I guess go do that. Go get conventional training instead of self-taught training and have paperwork.
What, for the tuning side of it?
Yeah.
The one thing is, I mean, it's a great thing to learn, but a lot of people tell you the best thing is experience, and especially on the newer Coyotes, and well, basically any Coyote. It's like the amount of tuning tables that you got to set, blend, and everything else per generation like every generation doubles from Gen 1 to Gen 2 to double to Gen 2 to Gen 3 it doubled.
Yeah, I did it on my own for years. It's just now that I'm retired, I'm taking on my own new adventure to go get it formalized is all.
Yeah.
I did from carbs up to LS swap to a Gen 2 Coyote and a Gen 1 and all the different wiring gimmicks to make the cam phasers talk to the computer and make it more happy and not like mess with any of some of the attributes, but just to make it work. But
Yeah.
Hang on, we're talking Pro Line.
I'm not a high horsepower person. I'm really not. Not
Line,
for my
if you
person.
can't run such big carburetors and cowls and all that on, you wouldn't have to have a cowl hood.
Yeah,
I like
Hey.
carburetors.
smaller engines in that engine bay.
Hey,
Right.
cow hoods. Remember, cow hoods serve one other major purpose too: heat extraction from the engine bay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But you could do a cow without it being 6 inches in front of your face.
Tomato.
I prefer to be able to see.
Well, it's just like on my car, I had to run a big cow hood to clear the boss intake.
But I understand if it's a drag car only and it's not being taken on the road, yeah, fine. Cow hood, because I'm only having to look straight. I'm not having to look for other traffic.
Josh,
Good job. Hey, have a good night, Josh. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Josh. Good seeing you.
take her easy, brother.
Man, I went to bed at
There must
10:30.
be something wrong with this truck.
Yeah, the nut behind the wheel.
Time for a forced regen.
No. I ain't no not no. The shop I get my PM done. He said there's got to be something wrong with that truck of yours. I says, why is that? I've never seen a Freightliner not leak fuel. I mean, oil. This thing don't leak oil. It's actually impressive. Must be.
You better take it to the junkyard and drop it off.
Why? Because it don't leak oil.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna blow up. If
What are
it's
you
not-
running? What are you running What are you running a DD15?
out of oil. It's out of oil. That's all there is to it. You have no oil.
Are you running a
It's not-
DD15?
No, it's a DD13.
13.
I would say a DD15 is the only one that I've heard don't leak oil. It's DD13, yeah, I can believe it.
It's
If
out of
it's-
oil then. You might want to go check that.
No, it runs fine. I'm running at 60 pounds oil pressure.
Nice. What size is the DD13?
13-liter.
Okay. I didn't know.
Or I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's either they round it up. It's like a 12.9. They round it up to say 13 or something, I think.
It's not like the 5.0 is all the time a 5.0. So a lot of times it's a 4.9.
Must be one Mr. Mach 1 didn't get his grimy paws on.
Ha, could be.
Or it was built on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got this dirty Max that it's got an eviction notice.
Yeah. Time to get it out of there.
Yeah, big time. I would like to get it out of this bay, bring the 460 in, do an oil change before I drive to Virginia on Friday.
My problem is I need to get out there and work on my car. And I went up there yesterday to actually do something else in the garage. And I ended up doing a little bit of work on the car. And that's when I fixed the baffle for the oil pan. But now I got to clean the other oil pan out. But I am completely out of cleaner. I got to go buy some more.
I'm
Done.
about to tow a 38-foot camper, move it to Virginia Beach for somebody that I used to work with now. And he's changing agencies and going to work for NCIS for a little bit. And he's giving it a chance. And I'm going to move his 38-foot massive travel trailer to Virginia for him.
Yeah, it's a big travel trailer.
It is.
I need you know what? I just thought of something. I could have cleaned it yesterday. I have a parts cleaner in my garage and it's got plenty of cleaner. Why didn't I think of that? It's in the back corner. I always forget I have it and it's got stuff stacked on top of it.
That's why you don't want to move shit.
I don't want to move shit.
I got 15 gallons of diesel fuel that I'm using as parts cleaner for another truck that's on the other rack that's cleaning an oil pan and a bunch of stuff. And I'm using the diesel fuel that pulled out of this system, cleaning up that because you don't want to run the diesel fuel that I pulled out of this system. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well,
Got a little bit expensive.
it's got that like PS 1000 cleaner in it. That's the stuff they're allowed to sell at a lot of places. It's not as
But-
bad as all, but it works. It just doesn't work as well as the old stuff. What's up, Barbecue Mike?
Yeah, nothing works like Barsol.
I just want to delete this diesel, but he doesn't want to. Now that this truck's out of warranty.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on all that stuff. They don't all that
We'll grab another drink.
all that emissions crap don't need to be on those diesels.
I did it to my 21 Cummins before I got rid of it. it actually went back under catastrophic failure under warranty, and I just let them buy it back, and I just drove the 460 and kept the 460 was the secondary truck. Now it's the primary truck. It's been like that for 2 years.
I don't even have
I
a bad
can't delete it on this truck. It's still under warranty.
paint grip.
But yeah, I can do exactly what I did in my 21.
Oh, nice. It's block back tomorrow.
Woohoo!
When you get
Nice.
Sweet. Have a good clean engine block.
I don't need a good clean engine block. I just need one that works.
I have another 460 low mile engine block here that I've thought about doing something with because mine's got 287,000 miles on it, but I haven't done anything with it. It's still sitting here.
So I think I will get back to work on my engine tomorrow. I need to. I'd do it today, but I'm already relaxed. Ain't gonna happen.
By the time you finish that car, we'll be having midterm elections.
Nah.
If you're
I'll
pulling, if
I
you're
should
pulling,
have it driving out of that garage before the end of July.
if you're pulling the engine out of your Mustang, I do have the Coyote plate for the hoist if you want to borrow it.
Now that I'll need for the truck. I am pulling one out of my truck.
Yeah, you can borrow my Coyote hoist if you want, because
Yeah, because I don't own a plate, and I'm gonna have to pull the one out of the truck when I get the Focus done.
because when I pull the Coyote and 6R80 out of the truck and sell it, I'm jacking the cab off, and
Yeah, I wish I could, but I don't have a way to do that in my house.
I won't need the plate for it.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to do it the easy way, but I can't. So I got to pull everything out the front end and just
Yeah. When are you planning on doing that?
when I get the Focus done. So probably in the next 2 years.
Well, I'll still be here, or I'll be 6 feet under. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, this seems pink grapefruit doesn't have as much flavor as some of the other flavors do. But no, I just gotta. I need to get the Focus done. I keep putting it off. I do. I'm procrastinating and I'm lazy. I think the laziness is what wins out. Or like yesterday, was it yesterday? Day before. What is today? Wednesday? I cut the grass Monday. Yeah. I went and cut the grass Monday, so that took my whole evening and wore me the hell out. And I was starting the lawnmower, just as I started cutting the grass on the zero turn, I got this really bad pain in my shoulder, and it hurt really bad. And I was thinking I heard it doing the weed eating. Figured out later, I got stung by a bee of some sort. I don't even know what it was, but it's still a nice little welt there.
I fully understand the whole pain in the shoulder.
But the way it felt, it felt like I'd gotten a needle stick in it.
I believe it.
But then the pain radiated till it felt like it was where the surgery was, and I was like, "Holy crap! Did I pull something out or just screw it up by doing too much?" That's the way it felt. And then later it eased up, and I realized it was a bee sting when I found the basically kind of a blister right there, a red blister, and it's still a little sore.
Did you put a little baking soda on it?
Oh, we put a tea bag on it.
So you got teabagged. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sure did.
Oh shit, she got you that time.
Oh, I don't even know if I have any baking soda.
So Pinks, how does it feel to be teabagged?
Well, it was cooling at first, and then it just really didn't do too much other than take a little bit of the sting away.
So no airway obstruction. So you're
No.
good.
Yeah, I was fine.
So he was fine getting teabagged. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you. But I gotta finish putting this fuel system back
I
together.
honestly believe that we have really messed these people's minds up, Pigs.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's time that we need to get we need to start advertising, find a good community online therapist and start advertising it into the channels so that they can be primed in case.
Yeah. I don't need therapy. I am therapy. I'm sorry. I'm just who I am. I mean, I've always been this bad.
Yeah, but we've corrupted a lot of people.
I
Mike
tell you
over there.
what, I probably could use, but I don't know what the hell to do to fix.
I blame the last 20 years around the
You were military, so that's
heavy population of men. Last
you were
20 years.
military. That's exactly what happened to you. I became worse in the military. That's for sure. There isn't enough therapists for this group. Yeah, small balls must have been salty.
Damn.
No, I thought Salty said that he's got big balls. It's just there's nothing to the stick shift.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen some everyone.
So we got this.
on YouTube.
So we
He's
got,
got
the
the ball
chode.
bearings, but no stick shift.
So he's got the chode. Got it.
A pinky toe.
oh,
It's all right. I got an innie, so I'm good.
Damn.
mine's negative.
Oh shit!
Now they say with age it can turn from an outie into an innie. So what happens to poor Salty?
I don't know.
Negative?
He
Well, they
probably
also-
yanks
they
his
say-
That
enough.
would be a negative. Would be an innie.
Yeah,
they-
but he probably yanks his enough where he's got that thing stretched out enough for it ain't going in.
They say with age, the chesticles go south for women, and I seriously hope that doesn't happen. But I know if I don't start working out, my body is gonna get fat again.
So this is the thing, though. I mean, most guys my age, we got to adjust the water and lower the water down in the toilet because when we sit down, our balls sink in the water.
Oh. Just get a taller seat.
So gravity does take them for the men too.
Oh
Got it.
yeah, man. I'm telling
So Gary, you know how they have those comfy raised seats for the old folks? My grandmother used to have one of those to where you sit down, it's easier to get off of. It will give you about another 2-3 inches of padding.
Well, the 2-3 inches would help, but the thing about it is a lot of times, when you're sitting in that toilet and you got to do that little extra flush, and the water jumps up and hits your balls. I don't like
What?
that.
I was gonna say the only other issue is when you drop a deuce, if you're sitting higher up, there's gonna be more splashback.
Hey, there's times when I've dropped a deuce and that thing's scraped my balls.
There's a rest stop up here that's got these composting toilets.
I don't know. I think
Oh.
Trump dropped the biggest deuce lately. He called for it.
Those composting toilets, it's basically a pipe that goes 20 feet down into a holding tank. They look real attractive when you go to sit down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not a big
so
fan.
what was that about Trump? You think he did wrong?
No, I think he dropped the biggest deuce of them all lately, or called for it. Yep.
It depends on who you ask, a Democrat or a Republican, because the people in they've been blocking roads in certain areas because they want Trump impeached.
No. He's just making a golf course over in Iran. He's fine.
Build
He
some
does
sand
make
traps.
He got the first 3 holes down. He's good.
Yeah, I've been reading some stuff. They're saying that it didn't destroy all of them, though. That they were dug deeper in than that bomb went. But I don't know.
See, that's the problem, though, Pinks. We don't know what to believe.
I want to say if that's the case, can we take some bigger mobs?
Well, the only bigger one that you can get is probably using a
Nuclear warhead.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, then
I-
maybe 2 or 3 at a time. How's that?
I think he sent the message well, and I think things are gonna eventually level out and be better than they ever were.
For a little while, but you know the ceasefire didn't last long because they started shooting at each other again. So, fuck.
Yeah, they stopped that, but I find it very ironic that that they attacked Al Udeid Air Base, but gave a lot of warning prior to it. The same amount of munitions that Trump used on the 3 sites. I think that was pretty ironic, and nobody got hurt at the Al Udeid Air Base.
Well, yeah, it's because their defenses were pretty on it.
It was like the retaliation was like, here we have to retaliate because you did this, but we're gonna do it at this, and this is the time, and you might want to be out of the area, but
Base, yeah, and
who
then
knows?
hit everything down out of the sky, basically. I watched videos of the soldiers on the ground that were watching the missiles go up and hit the other missiles.
I've been to Al Udeid. It's not bad.
I have not.
It's not bad. Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Been there, but not for long.
Oh man. All right, I gotta finish putting this fuel system back together because
You have fun with that.
yeah. Let's hope GM sent me the file. It's okay. All right, I'll see you.
We'll catch you next one.
Have a good
Yeah.
one.
I'm gonna try to use this arm.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep, I'm gonna need it. Appreciate it. I'll be on this weekend. God knows what disaster I have going on then. Well, no, I won't be because I'll be driving to Virginia and probably broke down somewhere.
Try not to do that. The breaking down part, not the driving. What's going on, Dales?
All right, I'll see you.
See you.
Dale's in the house.
So yeah, it's gonna try and get that focus not done this week, but more done than not. Once I get the engine back together and get everything put back on it, it really won't take long to put it back in the car.
Yeah.
It's the whole putting everything in front of it back on and rewiring everything. That's what they. But before I do that, I really wish I could push the car out right now, but I can't because it's got no front suspension on it.
But you know, Pinks, the thing of it is that procrastination is a disease, and I got it too.
Oh, I know, it's so bad. And especially, but I can't even say it's hot out there because it's cooler in my garage than it is in my house.
Well, I can go in the garage for a little while, but it does get warm out there after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Mine is well, let's see, it's in this living room right here. It's 77 degrees in the house. The garage, now it's cooler in the back rooms. It's a little bit cooler. It's like 72. My garage is at 66 degrees right now.
I'd be sleeping in the garage.
I'm fine with it. But the garage is 66. The upstairs is 69. And the garage is set to 68 degrees. And the upstairs is set to 67. But, you know, the heat rising thing kind of sucks. So. But it's still below.
Procrastinating is a disease, though.
It's still below 70, so it's good.
I mean, look at Mr. Mach 1 in his Fairmont. He's been working on that a few years.
Just one.
More than a few years.
How long you been working on it now?
12.
Well,
Holy shit! Oh my god! Are you gonna finish it before you're 70?
I don't know. I'm working on it. I mean, think about it though, Briggs. I mean, how many cars have I worked on and fixed and sold and that in the last 12 years though?
oh,
And put that car on the back burner. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, I personally want to see you restore your Bel Air you bought before the Fairmont. I mean,
I want that Fairmont running.
I'm buying parts for the 55, but I'm not going to be working on it until I get the Fairmont done.
That's yeah.
That's smart.
I did
The-
see I did like seeing the dash in your car. I know it's not fully put in, but I like seeing the dash in your car and the wiring coming up from the that you brought into there.
Yeah. So
It's looking like it's coming along. And is that sound deadening or heat shield you put on the floor?
sound deadening.
Okay.
It kind of works both ways.
Yeah, it does a little bit of both, yeah. I couldn't tell what it was from because they both look very similar.
Right. But no, I got it. I got a plan for the wiring and stuff.
You got a plan?
I got a plan. My wife's making fun of me. So I mean,
As you should.
if I wouldn't have hurt myself, I probably would have had that shit done.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
You put yourself back a couple weeks there, didn't you?
Oh man. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good now, but I'm still a little sore.
Yeah.
Geez, I
yeah.
wonder
It
why.
takes a lot. The older you get, the longer it takes to get unsore.
Exactly. And then, I did sell the bike yesterday.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I sold it and I paid off that zero turn, so I'm good.
Nice. Which zero turn did you buy?
Cub Cadet.
Uh,
LT.
Basically the same one I have, just different brand.
LT.
You'll regret that one, I think.
Yeah, they're all made in the same assembly line in Martin, Tennessee, just different colors.
The MSC.
No,
assembly line?
no. There are still different brands of mowers out there. Toro and Skag are probably one of the best mowers out there.
You want to know the funny thing? MTD owns Toro and Stag, and some of the Toros are
No,
made
they
on.
do not. That's a bunch of bullshit. Toro is Toro. Toro
Uh,
Exmark and some other. Toro is not owned by MTD. That is a bull-faced lie.
I worked at the plant. I worked on their
Okay.
forklifts. I saw them on the assembly line.
They are not owned by them. Bullshit.
So
Hustler.
can I say something real quick?
Mhm.
None of them are as good as they once was.
This
No.
is true.
Yep,
Toro's
that's
still
true.
owns Toro, but the MTD does make one of their mowers for them, one of their lower end mowers.
They do.
But it's basically the same mower I own.
It's in that MTD plant. There's a total of 13 brand of mowers made. Some mowers are worldwide or multi-country. Some are territory wide. In other words, the same mower you're going to get down here in the South is going to be called something different up north, and then you go to Canada, it's called something completely different, and all kinds of stuff. I've even seen some orange mowers come out of there with their badged Husqvarna.
Yeah.
The Husqvarna has been made by different companies over the years. API made them for a while. Roper even made Husqvarna. But MTD does not have a fabricated deck. Toro still makes a fabricated deck. MTD uses stamped steel.
Not all Toros have a fabricated deck. Some have
No,
stamped.
but most of them, and most of Toro's decks are a hell of a lot better made than a MTD made to die deck.
Well, I got the fabricated deck on my Cub Cadet.
Oh, dude. So you've got one of the higher end ones then. Because they do have a stamp deck, Cub Cadet.
Well,
They
now
do, but mine don't have it. Mine's got the fabricated.
I have a stamp deck on mine because I
Well, now,
was
the other difference is on those fab decks, there's 3 different gauge of steels used depending on which grade of mower you're getting too.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like at that plant up in Martin, you'd be amazed what you see off in there. I mean, they make some of those supposed fab decks with 18 gauge steel, and then you see some that are made with 14 and 12 gauge steel.
Do you know who MTD is not MTD anymore though?
No,
I
it's
mean,
made by, no, they got bought by Black and Decker a couple of years ago. That took
Stanley
5
Black
years.
Decker owns them now, don't they?
Pecker wrecker.
Yep.
Yeah. The Cup
Yeah,
Cadet Corporation, the wholly owned subsidiary of MTD, produced Cup Cadets. Yeah, they are owned by them.
But they come out back out with the Murrays now too.
Did they?
Yes.
I used to have a Murray. I used to have a Murray push mower.
Murrays too.
Had a
It's
good-
like when I was a kid, the two best mowers that were used by landscapers were the old Bobcat cast aluminum deck and the old Snapper rear bagger. They were the best mowers at the time for years.
around here they use the Skag and what's the other brand? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Skag's like the big, super nice one I can't afford. I can't afford their cheap one.
We had a Ford and I broke the front end off Willie's.
Well, see, I've got an Arians, which is basically the low cost brand of a Gravely.
Yeah,
Gravely, that's the other one. Yeah.
Gravely was the other one I couldn't think of.
Hustler makes a pretty good one, and so does Bad Boy.
Yeah, my neighbor's got a Bad Boy, and that thing's badass compared to mine.
Well,
I went cheap. I bought a Craftsman because I could afford it at the time. I didn't even need as big as I got. I got a 52 inch. Would have been fine with a 48 inch.
yeah, I got
my,
a
my little zero turn I got's 52.
Yeah.
Nope.
But it's got a Kawasaki on it, so I can go wide open and not have to worry about that damn thing bogging down.
I got a Kawasaki on mine too, man. It's freaking.
I've got a
runs
Kohler
like
on mine, but when I hit the heavy grass the other day,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what engine it was because my neighbors had the same problem, and she's got a much better mower than I do. My problem isn't the so much the speed; it's the hydrostatic drives are crap. You know, they're not the best in the world, and it doesn't have the best tires on it either.
Yeah, that stuff don't help. But the one thing I've had 3 mowers over the past 10 years. One had a Kohler, one had a Briggs, and this one's got a Kawasaki. And I can be honest and say, Kawasaki with less horsepower than a Kohler or a Briggs will do more work.
Oh, Kawasaki's the best engine out there now. Next, then
Yep.
Kohler, Briggs is the bottom of the barrel. Hard to believe one of the greatest small engines ever built is the biggest piece of crap anymore. I would take an old
Putting in them.
with that.
It was the plastic parts they started putting in the engines that were really bad.
You know, people laughed at people think I'm wrong, but the old Briggs and Stratton flatheads in the 60s and 70s had plastic cars. And they were just fine. The gas tank mounted Briggs and Stratton flathead had plastic carbs. They were putting plastic cans in the 60s. But they used a different type of plastic than they do now.
I don't know, man. I'm you know, I was born in '65, so I didn't start pushing lawnmowers until about
I
'75.
don't know. I had a Briggs and Stratton in the 80s, and that thing ran like a damn champ.
The hell, the one my parents had, little single cylinder 12 horse thing was knocking every damn thing else. We just put thicker oil in it, and that thing still ran for another 5 years.
Hey, listen. Back then, shit was built right. Nowadays, it's on an assembly line. They don't gauge that shit. They don't do nothing. They just ship it.
Yep.
This is true.
My neighbor still mows his lawn with an MTD Master Cut lawn tractor he bought in 1988 with a 11 horsepower Briggs and Stratton. Last year,
Why is Bama not up on the panel tonight? What's up, dude?
I was gonna say, weird question. That one you're talking about, is it the one that the motor's still standing vertical?
with that,
The mower you're talking about, is that the one where the engine's still up and down vertical with the drive shaft?
no, it's just a regular flathead Briggs and Stratton single cylinder, 11 horse.
That's what he asked.
Yeah, the horse, you know, it's just like
vertical engines.
It's a regular, yeah, vertical.
What a
My-
So
and then-
I've had
and then-
Kohlers- I've had Kohlers in my last 2 lawnmowers, and they've done me well. And the reason why I had to switch to zero turn is because I cut my lawn, I cut the lot in the back, which is about the same size, so that's 2 acres right there. Then I cut my dad's lawn over there, and that's another acre. So that's why I got it's fat. Where it took me 2 hours before, it takes me 45 minutes to cut the grass.
Really?
Yes.
That's about what my yard got cut down to after I got the zero turn.
Right. So I mean, and that's the thing. So I mean, so I read all the reviews and everything else on all this stuff. And to be honest with you, for the price, the Cub Cadet was probably the best for the money.
Yeah.
Just remember one thing: if you ever need parts, do not buy the Cub Cadet parts. All the parts on most MTD mowers interchange, and they literally put them in different boxes for different price ranges.
Okay.
Especially
Oh,
all
yeah.
the deck, like the deck parts with the spindles and stuff. MTD is the same damn spindle on almost every single deck.
Yeah, all you have to do is type in made to die, and they'll pop right up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that in a while.
Storms are passing through right now. That's why Bama didn't come up. But now we got Salty.
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
Hey,
Salty.
Salty.
That nope, I think it's funny that his last year though his tractor wouldn't start one day, and he asked me to look at it. There was a little rust inside his carburetor. It's still the original Walbro carburetor. He never had to use the choke on that long tractor, never. And the choke had literally rusted so bad that it closed itself. I took the carburetor up. I said, you got 2 choices. Take out, buy a new carburetor, or just take the choke cup, and you never used it. The cable wouldn't even move. The choke, so I just took the choke flapper out, put it back on, and it runs perfect. That engine is always started without using the choke.
What?
Zero turns was the best invention since sliced bread, buddy.
Well, the thing about it is, though, Salty, I wish I'd have bought one of those 30 years ago.
Yeah.
30 years ago, they
30
were
years
priced
ago.
outrageous.
Well, yeah, well, 30 years ago, you didn't have there wasn't very many people out there making the zero turns. I mean, it was very, very few people that were making zero turns.
Well, I'm just basically saying I should have bought one a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Worst mistake I ever made was I bought a damn commercial walk behind. Fuck that son of a bitch. That's something to work your
I
ass
will
to death.
say, with my old yard in Tacoma, I had a walk behind, just a regular push mower, kind of like the 21-inch I have now, and I could cut my front and backyard in 30 minutes or less, and I bagged, and so I had to dump the bag too. Still,
Well, listen, but my dad had one of those things. You stood on this little thing with wheels on it, and it dragged you around the yard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called a sulky.
That was the most dangerous thing I ever drove in my
Yep,
life.
because the walk behind I bought was a Toro, and I bought one of those little sulkies because I got tired of walking behind that bastard. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, if you didn't watch it, that's something that throw your ass off of it in a heartbeat.
Like I says, it's dangerous.
Yeah, John Deere, I believe, calls them finishing mowers.
Mm.
What they list them as, anyway.
The stand behinds is what I've
Yeah.
seen it as.
Yeah, all it is a damn little bitty wheel with 2 little places to put your feet, and one on each side of it, and that's
Well, I'm
it.
talking about the mowers that are made like that, the stand behinds. They're like zero turns, but instead of
Oh yeah. That's what a lot of damn commercial lawn care companies are going to now.
yeah, because they get into tighter places.
Yeah, a lot of companies down here has got those. They're damn selling their regular zero turns, buying those stand behinds. Not me, man. I'm too damn old to be standing up. Fuck it, give me a seat.
Yeah, I don't want to stand. I want to sit down.
Sit? No, hell no.
They can't drink a beer while you're standing up.
Well, I just look at it like this, dude. Your knees have got to be taking a beating. I don't give a shit what nobody says.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got to be
do.
taking a beating. Especially when you're older and shit like that. Especially when you're fat like I am and out of shape. Oh yeah, my knees be taking a beating. Hell, my feet, I probably wouldn't be able to walk on the some bitches after I got off of it. Say what now?
You ain't got a yard.
Well, the old part isn't your fault.
No, the old part, but all the rest of it's mine.
So
It was my fault. I didn't laugh.
Yeah, all the rest of it's self-inflicted.
Hey, Gary, I got a question for you. When you bought your Cub Cadet, did you for shits and giggles look at the top of the line zero turn that they sell now? It's like $40,000.
Dude, it's crazy.
I know.
Yeah,
It's insane.
yeah. Y'all know Nate that comes on here every once in a while.
Yes.
He just bought one of those big commercial motherfucking Cub Cadets.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
Costs as much as a damn car.
yeah, but see, his don't have the arms on it. He bought the one with steering wheel.
Yeah, it all it is a hydraulic valve basically. Instead of
Yeah,
instead of
well-
levers.
Well, he did it because he told me he done it because his wife, because he didn't think his wife would like driving with the arms. She would be much more comfortable behind the steering wheel where she feels like she's got better control of the lawnmower. So
Well,
that's the reason why he did it. So
My wife don't want nothing to do with the zero turn. She says, you keep the lawnmower if you want me to cut the grass.
yeah, that's what Nate said that his wife told him. So he went out there, and I think the one he bought, I think he said new. Now don't hold me to this because I can't exactly remember the number, but I want to say he said that thing new was between $12,000 and $16,000, and he got a pretty damn good deal on it.
Oh, there's one they got now. This was like we'll call it 4 years ago when I was still working on forklifts up there at MTD. They had one up there. It was one of the experimental ones where they put in production. Quad rear wheels, option of either a 35 horse V-twin Kawasaki or that Yanmar 3-cylinder diesel, and had I think it was a 76-inch deck, or you could option it out with the Batwing deck.
76-inch deck. Holy shit!
Yeah, and that
You
damn thing was
talking about 72-inch deck.
no 76, and they had a Batwing deck. I think they said they would go out to 85.
See, everything sounds good except for the quad rear wheels. I don't think I would like a lawnmower with quad rear wheels. I just don't see where I would need that.
They were engineering that mower more towards somebody that mows a field a lot this way. Instead of buying a tractor with a bush hog blade, you buy this and it does the same job.
Well, you know what? I could see that then. Yeah, that would make more sense.
But you know, my wife bought one with a diesel on it, and he hated it.
They're noisy, they shaky, and they leak all over the place.
Yeah.
My sister,
buddy-
when she moved to Florida, left her Skag Cheetah at my house. I've been trying to sell that for 2 years, but 2 or 3 years. It's only got like 25, 30 hours on it. She literally paid like $8,000 for that thing, and then moved to Florida. And she paid like $5,000 for it. She keeps wanting the same price she paid for it. And I said, no one's going to give you what you paid for it. It's sitting in my garage. I finally told her, I said, give me a price I can sell it at so I can get it out of my garage, or I'm going to start charging you rent.
You say Skag?
Yeah, it's a Skag Cheetah.
Yeah, Skag's a bad motherfucking lawnmower, dude. I don't give a shit what nobody says. That's a bad motherfucker.
She got on sale for like $5,000. It was regularly $7,500. They bought it in the middle of January, and that mower now is like $9,000. But I don't care. No one's going to give her what she paid for it new when it's 5 years old, even if it has 25 hours on it or not.
Well,
No,
you got it listed.
Once you buy it, it's used. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, 100% on that. 100% on that.
Yep, some guy. She said, "What do you think it's worth?" I said, "Try and sell for $2,500."
Nah. What size deck it got on? What size deck it got on?
52-inch.
What size motor?
I can't remember. I think it's a 26 horse Kawasaki.
Okay.
It's worth way more than any $2,500, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it ain't worth much more.
I'm sorry, but it is.
What do you think it's worth?
Down here, I'd put $5,000-$6,000 on it and get it
bullshit.
with no
That's
problem.
what it was when she paid for it.
Like I said,
No.
down here,
Yeah, but that's just-
I don't care where you live. I'm saying down here where I live at in Georgia, I can put
look
$5,000
who
or
you guys
$6,000
voted
on it,
for senator
and
down
get it.
there. It says volumes.
and I can get it. That's not a problem. I
Yeah,
can get it down
and
here.
you guys voted for Warnock there for Senate.
But there's one thing you got to understand, though. When she bought that thing 5-6 years ago, she paid $5,000. But to go buy that same mower today probably costs you twice that much.
Exactly, Gary. That's why I'm saying $5,000 or $6,000 now down here would be a quick, easy sale, especially for a Skag. It would go like that. Easy to sell.
It's been sitting in my garage unused for 5 years and ain't worth no.
That's
5
okay.
grand.
That's okay. That's okay. Look, man, lawnmower engines are easy to get going again. They're
There
not
ain't
like
nothing
these
to get
damn
going.
car
All I
engines.
have to do is
They're
idiot.
easy. Yeah, they're easy to work, man. They're easy to work on. They're not hard.
It don't matter. I know that. I think I worked on more lawnmowers than probably a lot of people have. I'm well aware of that. My point is, it's still not worth that kind of money. No, I mean that same lawnmower now is like $7,500. No one's going to pay that much for a lawnmower because they get a brand new one with a warranty. People want
Okay.
a warranty.
They might not pay that up there where you're at, is what I'm saying. But down here, they will pay that. That's the thing. They will pay that down here.
I mean,
I'll send it down there.
You could
I'll
probably
send
get
it down there.
45.
I'll send it down there. You sell it for $5 grand, I'll get the grand. And if not,
Send
you
it on.
give me $5.
Send it on. Send it on. That's an easy, quick sale. Send it on. When you want my address?
Yep.
I'll
send it right
I'll
down.
sell that motherfucker in a blink of an eye, dude. It's so easy to sell lawnmowers like that down here. There's like 15 million lawn care companies down here. For $5 grand, they'll jump all over that bastard and run it in the ground. They won't have no problem with it. You know why? Because it's a business write-off for them. They don't give a
What
shit.
kind of mower is it?
It's a Skag.
Yeah.
How you spell it?
SCAGG.
Isn't there only one G on
That's
that?
SCAG. There is no 2 G's.
Okay, well, take one of the fucking G's off then.
That's what I thought. It was only one G. Okay. I'm not crazy. Okay.
Like I'm said, down here, they sell easy. For the reason is, up there, your seasons up there are a hell of a lot shorter than our seasons are down here. We start cutting grass. We start cutting grass before you guys do, and we continue cutting grass after you guys do. Our seasons are long down here. And the further south you go, it's even longer.
Would you say it had a 52 deck on it?
Yep.
Yeah, and he said he thinks it has a 25 or 26 horse Kawasaki on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hell, what you were talking about, Salty. Sorry, was I already started. I started mowing of April of this year, and I didn't stop mowing until almost beginning of November this year. I actually mowed after Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Our seasons are a hell of a lot longer than where he's located up there. So we like I said, we start way before they do, and we quit way the hell after they do. Hell, some of us, believe it or not, like the further you go south there, people still cutting grass in December.
Yeah,
I was cutting grass until last November.
I can state Salty is right on that because I moved from Illinois down to North Carolina. There is a difference. The other difference too is since it is hotter, we get a lot of rain, and I know it's humid in Michigan. You guys get rain too, but I noticed that the grass grows faster here, probably because the sun's more intense. So you have to mow your lawn a little more often as well.
Yeah, and if you're anything like Gary is, which a lot of people are, it's not the amount of times you cut your grass. They just want their grass to look good when it's cut. That's what it's all. It's curb appeal. Everybody down here goes by curb appeal. The prettier your lawn is, that's what they like. So if they can buy one more that will do it in one cut, they will spend the extra money for that. Because then at that point, it is a convenience for them at that point.
Gary, which Cub Cadet did you buy?
I bought the ZT1 50-inch.
That's the one I'm looking at. They're not badly priced. So this sucks, as I almost paid this much for mine a couple years ago, but that's what prices were higher then for things because of
Yeah, damn inflation.
Well, I bought it out the
Well, it
door.
was the end of COVID still.
Out the door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was, out the door was $4,100.
Yeah,
That's
see,
not a bad price, Gary.
this is showing like $37.49 MSRP, which is not bad at all.
When I bought
No.
my my Arians, it was when I bought it was almost 2 years ago. It was on sale for $3,900. Of course, I got 20% off with using the Lowe's credit card, so I got it for like $3,200. And now that same mower, if you go to Lowe's right now, is $4,900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe
I'll
this or
never
not,
buy
I
it.
don't know.
I'll never
I don't
buy
know
one
about
at
up
a
in
big
y'all's
box.
neck of the woods, but our neck of the woods down here, Lowe's is starting to carry the commercial grade John Deere's down here.
Some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Yeah.
It depends on the area.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Deers up here end up selling them and buying something else. And
Well, it's because
Dave was a bad motherfucker.
back in the day, the two best lawnmowers period was goddamn John Deere and Snapper. They wasn't no two better lawnmowers than a John Deere and Snapper. That was the two number ones.
They're not liking them like they used to.
They're getting cheaper and cheaper on manufacturing. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what happened when they start outsourcing their damn shit to overseas markets, and then we start getting all this shit, and we're paying big prices for whatever. It don't even have to be a lawnmower anymore. We're just paying bigger prices for things, but it's made out of cheaper quality metal or cheaper quality this, and the shit just don't last like it used to anymore.
Well,
Things just don't last long anymore like they used to.
Oh
Well-
no.
no.
I mean,
Because even when I was up there at MTD, the damn you could tell where the steel came from because you could tell by how it was coiled. And
I
so
got
you
a
could tell.
John Deere. My old zero turn, my old is a F525 John Deere front mounted zero turn, and that's got 904 hours on it. Hell, I couldn't give that thing away. It's been sitting for 2 years now in the garage.
Wow.
As hell, I think my mower I've been using it now 2 years. I think I just this last mow I finally clicked 30 hours on it.
Yeah. Well, when you don't have a whole lot of land and it only takes you maybe an hour, hour and a half to cut grass, or sometimes 45 minutes, it takes a long time to build up hours. Hell, the lawnmower would be wore out by sitting more than it does getting used.
Yeah, because I mean, right now, I'm mowing a little over an acre and a quarter, and plus last year I was mowing everything else. I was mowing Ken's house, I was mowing Ken's shop, and everything else, and I still only racked up that. I'm still only at 30 hours.
Yeah. Did I hear? I was trying to listen to the live stream earlier. Jamie was on. Did I hear you're going back to Ken's?
Starting Monday.
Well, good, dude. I'm glad to hear that, man. Cool. I'm happy to hear that, buddy.
Yeah.
You're leaving the AutoZone behind?
When I ask for a small raise and come back with from the regional manager that I'm not getting a raise, I'm not getting my annual raise this year, that sealed the deal.
Yeah, that's time to go then, buddy. You know what that is? That's corporate telling you you're expendable. Fuck off. Go find you another job. We'll hire another person in your spot.
Wage, but
That's basically all it is.
we would.
Do what
That's
now?
corporate. That's corporate putting their foot down, saying we're not paying you shit. Well, just hire somebody else for cheaper than what you make. That's all that shit is.
We're going to pay you minimum wage, and if we could pay you less legally, we would.
Yeah, exactly.
And the biggest thing is that company is making money hand over fist, especially down in the southern states. They always have. That's their bread and butter.
Oh,
They're going to pay. They can afford to pay.
AutoZone was always busy in Washington State. Like every time I went in, the place was busy. Every one of them. So,
Yeah, they're the same way here, Pinks. They're just
Well, yeah.
hammered here,
but
man.
he's
But
staying
the-
in the southern states. I'm like, it's everywhere.
By
Yeah,
the time they pay all their officers, the COO, CEO, all that upper bureaucratic bullshit, they all
that's
get
the
their
one that's making all the
bonuses.
money.
Well, here they get all those bonuses. Now, funny thing is, the DC, the distribution system, David normally okay, and Salty, you know, and a few you may know is from truck driving. Okay, if a corporation has a truck, they normally going to push that truck to 1.5 miles where they finally retired to go put a new truck in service as long as everything's in good working order. Am I not wrong?
They'll drive that motherfucker till it's ready for the boneyard. I'm telling you right now.
AutoZone's trading them in at 400,000, getting brand new trucks every 2 years.
You know why, right? Because it's called a tax write-off. They can do that. That's the reason why they
But
do
yet
that.
they're
It's a
investing that
big
much
tax write-off.
money into the distribution system, but not investing the money into the store side, into the actual people that sell their parts and make them their money. That's what pisses me off.
Well, you got to understand when you get corporations that size, like Walmart's, AutoZone's, Advances, they've gotten so big, they're looking for any tax write-off they can get. I don't give a shit if it's down to the smallest dollar.
That's what killed Kmart's, dude. Kmart's never put anything in the stores.
Uh-huh.
Well, here,
I agree with that.
I got a friend
agree with that,
that's
Gary.
I got a friend that's a night stocking manager. He is barely a key holder in the store. At one of the stores out here, makes $27 plus an hour. But yet, and I couldn't get out of low 20s. Really?
Well, I can tell you this.
MJI.
What's up, MJI? I can tell you where you go get a part-time job, and they'll start you out $15 to $18 an hour, and it's about the easiest fucking job in the world, and it's just a part-time job. And I didn't know this until the other day when I went and picked up my groceries at Walmart. The little people, when you get on the website and order your groceries, you go there and pick them up. The little people that bring your orders out to the car, they're people making $15 to $18 an hour. I was like, really?
Yep.
I said, for doing that? He goes, yeah, man. He goes, we'll have to go shopping in the store for the damn groceries. He goes, but hell, we're working in an air-conditioned building all day long. He goes, it ain't no damn big deal. Hell, there's like 15 of us around here. He goes, we're making easy money. I was like, holy shit.
I want to ask you a question, Cooler. What would you rather be doing? Stocking shelves or doing something you love like building cars?
Well, see, that's a double-edged sword because my first job was AutoZone right out of high school. And I grew what would be the right word here? I grew a skill set for helping customers and helping them correctly, not just trying to trying to push shit on them to buy just to bring profits up. I was trying to do what the actual corporate model was, get them to what they need, not nothing more, nothing less. Of course, all that's went out the window.
Oh yeah, they want you to sell them everything that they don't need plus what they need.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's just the way it works.
The damn fucking Fix Finder bullshit pisses me off. The worst damn thing in the world.
But every corporation now is all about tax write-offs, man. I mean, they did.
You got to be good at what you do, Cooler, because King called you back.
No shit.
And the guy up here, man, he just thought you was the best thing since sliced bread.
You know what that says? That says a lot about your talent there and your skill there, Chris. It says a lot, man. When somebody will call you back like that and wants you to come back to work for them, that says a lot.
Well, I mean, I'm also a people person.
Good at your job.
I'm also a people person. I do like helping people.
And that's part of the job. So, I mean, you're fit in.
Yeah.
I mean, you like salty, so that tells you something right there.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that likes me is just a poor soul. Is all I got to say. They looking for a friend.
Well, I gotta say, you're the one that put the Whipple on my car, and it broke 2 years later, and that's got to be.
Oh Lord, here we go. He's got to get some kind of negativity.
Hold on, you got to let me finish. It broke 2 years later when I left it out in the freezing cold with water in it.
Oh, okay. Self-explanatory there.
Even though he put glycol in it, and I got rid of that. I couldn't keep dumping glycol out on the ground every time I went to put ice in it. So,
gotta recycle that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, at least you didn't do what this mechanic just done to my truck, and I just had to go over there and bitch and raise hell to have it fixed.
I will say something was inside that intercooler. It was like gunky, like 2 different types of glycol had been run through it that didn't mix because it had like thick stuff in it.
That is still a possibility.
Totally possible, and I'm not blaming anybody on that.
Oh, did you ever put water wetter in it?
No, not in that. I had that in my regular radiator.
Okay.
I didn't put wetter in that.
Well, the other thing is, too, you got to realize.
Sorry,
Well,
I was going to say, does that stuff actually work? or is
We've
it more
we've
bad
used
than
it
good?
before. We've used it before, like in the intercooler systems, and it works really good.
It does. It worked I used it in my radiator in my car, and it worked. It kept the temps down, but it is compatible with the type of radiator fluid I had in there, and with what he had in my intercooler. What I think is the previous owner had some of the older stuff in there.
That's a possibility.
Still in it. And it wasn't like blocked up. It was just a little gunky. I reached in there and cleaned some of it out.
I mean, you can clean it out just with a little cooling system cleaner.
Yeah, I would have, but I broke it. So, and then I sold it. I sold it broken for $6,000. So.
Well, I think you've done pretty damn good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain about that sale.
No, I didn't either. And hopefully my Bear brakes are going to go away on Friday. Waiting for payday.
So, Woody, how you doing, buddy?
My Viking shocks is wanting to buy them. So,
Good.
hey, he's getting them for under $600, just like $550. Because I have them listed for $600. It's a $1,400 set of brakes.
The only thing I never have liked about them, we've worked on a couple cars with them. I don't like that you got to put so much damn pedal pressure on to stop a car.
Yeah. Which ones?
The same ones that you get, the little 4 pots.
Yeah. No, I don't have that problem with my Willwoods.
No, Willwoods I like.
But I will say these little 4 pots are made to go on a 15-inch. You can put a 15-inch wheel on it.
Yeah. Oh.
But I don't need that. So I'm fine with the stock rear brakes because I wanted my parking brake back. So I was fine with those. And then I got the 6-pot Willwoods in the front, and they're a beast. And I need more front stopping power anyway with the way I drive the car because I'm going into corners hard.
I mean, back brakes do play a little bit of a role in that, but yeah, majority's on the front, especially road racing.
Oh, I like this. See, we got Woody, and then we got, do I know you? Followed by LOL. JK. That's a good interaction in the chat there. I like it. Keep it up because it's chat. Always fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, going back to a zero turn that nobody never mentioned. That was one of the first out on the market. Y'all remember the Grasshopper?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do
Yeah,
not.
Dixie Grasshopper.
Hey,
Yep.
Woody, I am the guy that you still have wet dreams about.
Oh my Lord!
Oh.
Damn!
Woo.
Y'all putting y'all's relationship out on public like that?
I'm telling you, dude, that guy, he has wet dreams. Sometimes he calls me in the middle of the night and tells me he loves me.
Damn!
I thought that was Bama.
Too
Damn!
much info there, Mr. Gary.
Huh? Hey, we might all be a little funny, but we have fun.
And that's what it's all about, a laugh. If you can't laugh, then what the hell's the purpose of all of this?
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh.
No, those grasshoppers, dude, I never liked them some bitch from day one.
I think the only grasshopper I can think of from back in the day is my old grasshopper remote control car.
Yeah, they just didn't. I remember those,
I
but
had to repair them constantly.
yeah, but damn, the problem with the grasshoppers is the mowers itself were nice, but they never put a powerful enough engine on those damn things. When you hit just a little bit of grass, like a thick part of the yard, they would always goddamn slow down and bog down. I'm like, damn, throw some, go lawnmower, don't slow down.
So I had to cut my grass the other day, and I finally was able to, and I had to go over it 3 times every time going a different direction because the first time was so clumpy. There was so much just dead grass, and I still need to go do it again. I need to go cut it again this weekend. But I'll probably be working again Saturday. So,
How long do you wait between cuts?
normally it's like a week, if depending on the weather. It really depends.
Yeah,
on
well, yeah, I get that.
So here I had to wait between cuts this last time like 3.5 weeks or more. because of rain, and
Yep.
until the ground was solid enough for me to be able to ride on it.
Yeah, with all that damn rain, that grass just said, I'm growing like a mother joker, brother.
Rain and
Mhm.
But I need to go over it again because it's still got a lot of dead grass sitting on that. I need to just. I wish I had mulching blades, but the mulching blades for the Craftsman are shit. So
Well,
Look
can't you
up
buy some
which-
other blades that'll fit on there other than Craftsman?
Don't look at mulching. Look at high lift.
they don't have them for that fit that mower that I know of.
They should. If you can look up some high lifts, because your standard blades are what come on the mower. The high lifts are technically made for a bagger system, but if you don't use the bagger system with high lifts, it will throw the grass.
It
Well,
throws
that's all depends on too. Do you leave your discharge down or do you raise it up when you cut grass?
lately, because of how much grass gets thrown back at me due to the wind in our area, I leave it down.
Yeah, that'll cause a lot of the clumping too, because I always raise my discharge up.
No, because even when I pulled it up, it clumped. It's that thick. The grass is so freaking thick on one side of my yard that it's clumping no matter what, unless I cut it when it's only grown like in less than a quarter of an inch.
Do you do you cut all your grass? Like, do you like throw it all to the middle? Because that's the way I've always cut mine. I don't throw mine out. I throw mine in. Yeah, that's the same way I do mine. I throw all mine to the middle.
Back and forth, so it goes one way in one direction, one way in the other direction.
Oh, no. I always cut the same direction every time.
Nope. And I never cut my grass in the same direction every time. I always do it, and then the next time I'll go left and right, and then the time after that I'll go front back.
Well, the only reason why I throw all mine in because I don't want to leave clumps of grass in the lines that I cut, so I throw it all to the end. Then when I get to the middle, I cut it all up. Then I just get off the lawnmower and rake it up.
Yeah, you try and rake that up in my backyard, you'd be dead before you were done. I did that. I did that last or 2 years ago, or the first year I had it, so 3 years ago, whenever it was. And I about killed myself. And I was out there, and I filled up 10, maybe 12 trash bags, the 42-gallon ones, with grass.
Yeah,
that's how much it was. It was a ton.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that anymore. Because that about killed me.
Yeah, I've been going down there for the last month helping my brother cut his grass. And dude, he's the biggest idiot in the world. He's got like 13 and a half acres down there, and he clear cut all of his property, and then he went back and took out a lot of trees. So now he has to mow the entire 13 and a half acres. And he cuts it every single week. Every week goes around, he cuts his fucking grass.
I had
It don't
a bagger
matter.
for my lawnmower. I did buy the bagger for it, and I ended up selling that later because I got tired of I'd go down and come back, and I'd have to dump it.
Mm-hmm.
And it had like 2 large bags in it, and I'd have to dump it every down and back if I was lucky. And I had to dump it. And so that just got to be too much of a pain. And I had nowhere to dump it, I didn't have a place to get rid of the stuff. At least, when I'd have to put it in bags and take it out front and leave it in the spot where they come pick up like every month or so. In my old house, I bagged everything, but we had a yard waste container that I put it in.
Yeah.
But I had a small yard there, so that didn't take a lot. I didn't have to dump the yard waste container, but every couple of weeks.
Well, like I said, the only bad thing about him, he's done got to the damn age now to where he has a hard time getting it all cut in one day. So I go down there and get on my mower, then he gets on his, but we're still cutting basically almost 7 acres of grass apiece. So it's still a long day in the damn heat. It sucks.
Yeah.
Even in the heat, the one thing I put my Bose in my ears, and I either put on music, usually a book or something. I just listen to the book at a ride. I put some sunscreen on so I don't get burnt. And I don't mind. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't burn anyway.
Pinks, I need to send you a video of this mower that somebody may chime in with it. What brand of the mower is the one that has the shocks all the way around on all 4 corners?
That is the
It's red.
Yes, I cannot think of the name of it, but it's not
X
fucking
Mark, I
cheap.
think, has them too.
No, they
It's
don't.
not. It's not an X Mark. It's a different one.
If X Marks has got it, I've never heard of it. The more he's talking about, they got 4-wheel independent suspension. Them some
Yeah.
bitches are high as hell. Cause my brother-in-law's got one. Damn, I cannot think of the name of that damn lawnmower. I
And
know
well,
they're expensive as hell.
they just released one this year now.
Was that the
Cab with
Gravely?
AC. No, it's not.
No,
It's not
I got a
Gravely.
great.
It's
I got a Gravely, so it's not a Gravely.
crap. That's their biggest sell point. They got shocks in all four corners.
Ferris?
Yes.
The
That's it, Ferris.
Yeah,
They
Ferris. That's
released
it.
one. They
Yeah.
released one with a cab and air conditioning now.
Yeah, I know. I seen that on I seen that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Let's see, the first one I looked up was the Ferris 60-inch, and it is $11,000.
Yep.
They're not cheap.
At all.
And that comes with a 24 horsepower Kawasaki on it.
Yeah, shit, you can't beat the Kawasaki's, dude. They're damn good engines, man. Damn good
Yeah,
engines.
Kawasaki's are the king right now.
Everybody always
on.
swore by the Hondas, and I won't say nothing bad about a Honda because every Honda I've ever had has been a good engine.
Oh, it's got
But
really
I-
good transmissions on it, though.
But I do think the Kawasaki has surpassed the Honda. I really do.
Oh,
It looks like
Kawasaki's the
Yeah,
king.
Bad Boy might have some suspension on it, too, on one.
I know. Well, that's what Bama's got, some Bad Boy, and I think Mike's Garage has got one too.
Well, no, not like the Ferris. Ferris has a badass. I'm looking at a few here.
What do I
Yeah,
got?
there.
Dollars.
Don't you got a Bad Boy, Mike?
Yeah, I got a bad boy.
Yeah, I thought that's what you told me you bought.
Well,
I
you
like
know,
the deck on it. The deck is thick as hell.
Is it a fabricated deck?
I don't know. What's the better one?
The commercial decks are the better ones.
Fabricated is better, yes.
So it's got the commercial deck on it. It's got the I got the Kohler engine instead of the Kawasaki to save like $800 or something. And then it has the top of the line of the consumer for the hydraulics in it. It's
Okay.
not the commercial, it's one stage below it, but it does have the commercial deck. So longevity, it should be fine. That transmission hydraulic system, whatever the thing is, if that goes out, I can replace it. And the Kohler has done fairly decent. It does bog down in the thick grass, but at the same point, I got a 60-inch deck and I try to use the whole deck. So, it could be part of it could be that.
Well, the one thing is, I'll tell you, especially with a lot of those hydraulic systems, service them yearly. Well,
You got the
depending on hours.
hydrostatic. You got the hydrostatic clutches and shit like that system on yours, Mike.
Yeah, the hydrostatic.
Yeah. See, I don't buy nothing with hydrostatic. I want manual everything.
Well, I think
Well, that's
pretty
all
much
they got now.
zero turns are hydrostatic, aren't they?
Do what now?
Aren't all zero turns have a hydrostatic?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
They
there's
are,
a few
but
different ones now because now you.
I'm
the
mainly
biggest
talking about
one-
tractors. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the ones you see now are made by Hydro Gear. They're actually pretty good. And one thing is they have a serviceable filter in them too that you're supposed to change every X amount of hours or time, whichever comes first.
Unless you
Yeah.
buy a cheap lawnmower like mine, and then it comes with really crappy ones from made to die, like Brick said.
Yeah, Bama just said that.
At the time, I got a good deal on it. I could afford it, and I needed a lawnmower because I was not
There you
going
go.
to on with a push mower.
Yeah, Bama just said all the Bad Boys got a lifetime warranty on the decks. That's what he just said.
And like when you were talking about earlier, Salty, the very first, my very first zero turn I ever saw was a straight pipe freaking damn Dixie chopper.
Dixie Chopper, the old blue ones. Yep. I
No, this
remember
one
those.
was the one my neighbor had was stainless steel, and he changed out the rear tires and basically had tractor tires on the back.
Really? Because my brother's first zero turn was a Dixie Chopper, and that something had blue plastic damn like shit around it, like like a body, like a blue plastic body on it.
The one,
I'm
one
sorry.
my neighbor,
I'm sorry. It wasn't a Dixie Chopper. It was called a Dixon. I'm sorry. It was a Dixon.
no, like
Sorry,
I
I
said,
was
the
wrong.
Dixie chopper I saw was all stainless steel.
My buddy's got one, and I'm telling you, he's had that thing forever. and he's got like 30 lawns he cuts.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. There's people out there. I mean, it's like anything. You know, there's people out there that will live and die by Exmark. There's people out there that will live and die by John Deere, and you know, just whatever they or Skag or just whatever the hell. You know, you can't tell those people nothing because this is the only way they think, and this is the only thing they buy, and that's all. No matter how good of a deal or what people will say, well, these lawnmowers will last longer or whatever. They ain't gonna buy it. They're gonna buy whatever the hell they buy.
The thing about it is,
I honestly hate John Deere.
That's what they've had luck with all these years, so they're going to
Yes.
do what works for them. You know?
True.
I agree, Gary.
Personally, I'll never buy a John Deere. I think the company's done a lot of shit stuff lately. So you can't repair your own device. You've got to get you can't get a lot of the parts directly and I'm talking of the larger stuff. I don't know how the lawnmowers are, but like I've seen so many videos of the poor farmers that, you know, they'll have their combine that breaks down and they're, you know, trying to harvest and they say, yeah, we can get someone out in 2 weeks to take a look at it. And you're like, is there something I could do? No, we need to plug in a scan tool and check it. And
Yeah.
only that shit is bullshit, man.
It
It's
is.
it's like my harvest cannot wait 2 weeks, asshole. I got to get it off the ground now. 2 weeks, my shit's gonna be rotten. I ain't gonna be able to sell it.
If you look like Salty, if you drive around here, there are a few farmers around here that use John Deere stuff like that. Most of them are older, but most all of them around here have old Massey Fergusons, old Case tractors. Hell, even some of them got and they just keep them running.
My
But
brother's got a damn.
the one thing is they're end user serviceable.
Yeah, my brother's got a 187 Massey Ferguson, and he fucking absolutely loves that damn tractor.
Yeah, but you know, Massey Ferguson is the shit, though. I mean,
It is.
Those things
It's been around a while.
to last.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They ain't like they just popped up like 20 years ago. Them motherfuckers been out a long time. They know what they're doing.
The old Ford tractors were really good. Those damn things,
Yeah.
you couldn't kill them.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the 8N, the 9N, the Jubilee, the 2N, all of them are still good tractors. Really good tractors.
Mm-hmm.
We used to buy them at the junkyard. These people, these farmers around the area back then, they would sell them to us, and when they bought their new equipment, and we never had a problem selling them.
No, people buy the piss out of old Ford 8Ns, like I said, 8Ns, 9Ns, 2Ns, Jubilees. People love those damn tractors, man.
Well, the one thing that's nice about them, they weren't so big like some of the modern tractors are, and
They're easy as hell to work on.
That too.
Yeah, they're fucking simple tractors to work on. The only thing about them, and me and my brother, we do this a lot for people. We restore their old tractors. The worst part about them is when you got to split them in half to get to the clutch packs.
Yep.
When you get to the transaxle, but even that's not hard.
But even even a brand new John Deere, it still gets split in half.
Oh yeah, they all do because the transmission's in the center of the damn thing. That's part of the whole damn structure of the tractor.
Yep.
You got to take it apart. But now, at least I will say this about the newer tractors versus the older tractors. They got a lot more inspection covers now versus like the old Fords, the old Massey Fergusons, where they had very few inspection covers.
Because they didn't break. They didn't need them.
Well, no, look here, I don't give a shit. Anything man-made is going to wear out, period. You're going to have to fix it. I don't give a shit how old or how good it is. If it's man-made, you're going to have to fix it sooner or later.
Oh, I know that, but they didn't break as much as the stuff they make today.
Oh, no, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
No.
And hell, most time you can fix it with a screwdriver and a hammer.
I'll tell you, the biggest upgrade you could do to those old Ford tractors is take the fucking 6-volt generator off of it and put a 12-volt alternator on it. Upgrade the power system, dude. That tractor would run and fucking run forever.
Yeah, I almost had to for a while.
Yes.
Find them 6-volt batteries.
Hello.
Well, I mean, those tractors love the upgrade. I mean, they thrive on that shit because they were always so underpowered with the little 6-volt generators.
Hey, you know
Once
what?
you add the 12-volt alternators, man, it gave that tractor all the power it needed.
Hang on one second there, Salty. Hey, Bama, you got the prettiest air cleaner I ever seen.
You know that, don't you?
dickhead.
You sure that's an air cleaner and ain't a blower?
What's funny about it is they had it at O'Reilly's down in town here, and anyway, they had it for the discount. And I kept looking at it, It was like $170, and they brought it all the way down to. One day I walked in there and I asked the guy, I said, "How much you want for it?" He said, "Well, let me check it." He checked it. Nobody would buy it. Now, I wish it was blue to match the wires and all, but anyway, he said $31. I said, "I'll take it."
Is that a
I
Spectre?
would too for that
Yeah,
price.
Spectrum.
Hell yeah, that's a damn good deal on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
guys,
you was
I
talking
gotta
about
roll off, brother. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I gotta roll off, get some stuff done.
Hey, take
All right,
care.
there,
See
Mr.
ya.
Chris. You have a good one, buddy.
We'll
Hey,
see you.
congratulations on going back to Ken's.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Ted, well,
Good
appreciate
luck
it.
on all that kind of
Hell
stuff,
yeah.
man.
Damn, I
Yes,
missed that.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Hey,
I'll catch y'all.
hey, and enjoy having night shift off now, and you don't got to work so fucking late. Enjoy that shit.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna enjoy having weekends again.
You know,
There you go. You're gonna have a life again. Check it out. It's gonna be awesome.
Ken works late.
We'll catch y'all.
All right, buddy. Take care, man.
Hey, Salsa, you was talking about tractors a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the tractors here now, I'm sure the same everywhere, but they all drive themselves now.
Yeah, new shit.
Yeah, they
Oh,
come
yeah.
over here.
Yeah,
They come over here and just set the GPS on the tractor
Yes, sir.
and get to a certain spot. And once they line it up, they push a button and they just go down the road and they're messing with the phone or whatever they're doing. And then it'll stop by itself. You take it back off GPS, turn back around, turn the GPS back on, get lined up. And
Yeah, but
push it again.
that's those big time farmers who's got a whole lot of crop.
Yeah, with a guy that
whole lot
Well,
of
the guy-
money to buy those.
Yes, sir. A whole lot of money.
Yeah, the guy that farms ours, I mean, he's got, I don't know, somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 acres or more. I don't know how many he's got.
Yeah, because that damn tractor, dude. That tractor's probably,
To a mill.
according to what size tractor it is, that something's probably $250,000 or more.
Oh, they ain't no telling, yeah.
More. They are more. They're more.
Yeah, and you got
Because them
AC,
damn tractors are high dollar, man. Holy
you
shit.
got AC, and you got a nice stereo and everything in there. You got
Yeah.
3C.
If it's a big tractor, they're generally running closer to 500 grand.
But the thing of it is, you don't make an investment like that unless you know you got the crop and and your buyer, whoever's buying your stuff, you lock in a big ass contract with people like that before you go investing in equipment like that,
Well,
because
you
equipment
gotta
like that,
remember,
dude, will just fucking ruin your life.
yeah, but Salsa, you got to remember too now, if you're a smart farmer, what you do is you always keep the insurance on your crop. Now it's going to cost you a little bit more, but you're going to keep getting your money back.
Hell,
If you don't put the insurance on all your fields, your crops, all that stuff, then you can get screwed very quickly.
well, yeah, you got to remember though, back in the day, insurance companies didn't offer that kind of insurance to farmers.
That's right.
So
Yep.
I mean, it was like hit or miss for them.
Yep.
Come here, girl.
Because whether it's peanuts, cotton, or whatever you're doing, if too much rain or enough rain, guess what? Or you get beetles, whatever. But if you do it right, you get the insurance, which is going to cost you, but it'll make it up in the end. It'll keep you going.
What is it? My neighbor's dog just run over here and jumped up in my damn lap.
So the insurance company decides not to pay one time.
All right, you better go back home for your day to get your butt. Go ahead.
I agree with that thing. Years ago, we had a farmer. He was a real dickhead. I tried to get my mom to get rid of his ass. And he was going around and planting dummy crops. And they need to be out there late at night at certain fields and spraying. Well, he got his ass caught.
Well, that's good. He needed to.
Yeah, he had like, I don't know how many acres in Alabama and across state line in Florida. And they ended up finding him something like $6 million.
Go home, baby. Your daddy's gonna get your butt if you don't go home.
Well, they
I
still
know
have
you
that
want me to
law.
keep
They
betting.
passed in the
Come on.
60s.
Let's go home. Let me walk you home. Come on.
They busted his ass.
Come on.
And I think he got
There's a law
fined
they
and
passed
he
in
went.
the 60s.
Yeah, and I think they fined him and put him in jail.
That sucks.
Didn't suck for him.
It was an asshole.
Oh yeah, but there's a law, farming law. Where is it? Where they pay you not to grow corn. Where they pay like some of these farmers $40,000 a year if they don't grow corn because.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit. Yeah, because they want to buy it from overseas, I guess.
Yep. That law has been in place. I can't remember what it's called, the corn subsidy law or something. It started. Actually, we're paying farmers $20,000-$30,000 a year not to grow corn.
Dude, you're breaking up worse than Salty's ass.
My ass only breaks up when you pull my finger.
Yeah, my grandfather, the only thing he grew was corn and peanuts, and only because they had cattle too. So.
Well, you got the government now. Well, I'm not going to say now, but in the 2 previous administrations that we had, they were paying the farmers to destroy the crops, so they could control the food, food prices across the country.
Yeah,
because
people don't believe that shit, but it happens all the time.
I could take you to a man right now down in Warner Robins, Georgia, down there next to where my brother lives. They paid him every single year to destroy his crops. Yeah. Every year, and he had over 1,100 acres that he farmed every year to pay him to destroy his crops.
Yep, and I don't understand. I don't know. I guess I'm not a farmer, so I don't know. I just live on a farm. How's that?
Hey,
I don't know.
I'm gonna pop out of here. You guys have a good night.
You too, Mr. Gary. You have a good one there, buddy.
All right, Gary. We'll have to later.
Have a good one, Gary.
You can look it up online and see. There are reasons why they do it, and it's one to stop the massive prices, and yes, to overinflate prices in some instances.
They'll say
stop soil erosion in certain areas where they have to stop farming for so many years because of erosion. Other for drought reasons. If there's a drought, they pay them to not farm so that they aren't using the water. There's reasons they do it.
Well,
it's all under the CRP Act.
Well,
you read about it. It's public knowledge. It's not hidden. They don't lie about it.
Well, yeah,
but no. You just said something that I will. I ain't gonna say you're wrong, but I'm gonna say everything you read ain't right. I'll put it that way. I'll say they'll say anything to make it sound right, but their true intentions behind something, I won't say that I believe what they write. I'll say that.
You want the biggest thing that I've learned from the farmers around here is you have to rotate the crop the correct way.
Yes.
And then but if you do not, then you're gonna have the ground and sand and
erosion.
blah blah erosion, and you're gonna have this and that. If you don't rotate them right, you're screwing yourself, and then you're gonna get in trouble.
Well, you'll see a lot of people here. They'll grow wheat, and then they'll pull up the wheat, and then they'll plant soybeans, and then they'll pull up the soybeans. And if they have time for another crop that year, they will plant something different.
Well,
it's like they never plant the same thing over and over and over. They always plant
you can't do that. If you do that, you're a dumbass farmer. That's just the way it is.
Well, I don't know enough about farming to say if they're dumb or not. I know we lived on a farm, but I was never in charge of that part of it. I was in charge of doing all the bullshit work.
That's how it used to be done. So if you remember back in the day, you would have the farmer that would farm the same plot over and over and again. And this is before they knew about crop rotation or adding nutrients back into the soil.
Exactly.
What would happen is the farmer would get his farm, he'd move west, get his farm with his family, set everything up, and then for the first X amount of years, it would be good. And then after that, the family would start having nutrient deficiencies. And then they would end up having somebody would get sick or what have you, and then they would move farther west and then find another claim. And then at that point, start farming again because they didn't know.
Yeah. They just didn't have the scientific damn knowledge back then. Is what we got today.
Well, it's just like now when you plant the pine trees for the government. Used to they would clear the land off, everything, the stumps, everything, then they put the trees in. All right. Now they learn, and then they would harvest the pine trees. They would take them off. They would pull the stump, pull every limb out of the field, and replant. And after about, I don't know, 25, 30 years, they finally realized you're doing it wrong. You have to plant, harvest the trees. Whatever fall comes off the trees, you leave it, because guess what it's doing? It's putting the nutrients back in the ground.
Yep.
They don't.
Yeah, well,
they
let me
don't
ask y'all.
paint it. They don't paint it light no more.
Let me ask y'all something. Did y'all ever pay any attention back in the day when going and cutting down your own Christmas tree used to be a thing with your family?
Oh yeah,
We
still
used to
here.
do that. We used to do that as a family when I was younger, instead of going getting fake trees. But on the Christmas tree farms, if you notice, like the one we always went to for God, I cannot tell you how many years we've done that. But the 1 year we would be cutting trees on this part of the farm over here, and
Yep.
the next year we'd be cutting trees on this part, but they wouldn't even be growing a damn thing on that side.
Yep.
It would just be growing whatever, like grass or weed or whatever the hell it was growing on that part. They never grew trees in the same part of the farm. They just rotated it around the farm.
Yeah,
What-
for that type of fast growing tree, you have to. You can't. You'll kill the ground, and they've known that. They've known.
Oh,
yeah.
Crop rotation has been known for decades, like 50 plus years.
Well,
Yeah, you got to remember, even 50 plus years, if you think about it, when it comes to farming, 50 plus years is not that old.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, in our lifetime, they've been doing crop rotation throughout.
Well,
our,
Oh yeah, but
What
back
my
with the
grand-
they've just gotten
settlers,
better
they,
with it, learning more and more about what different crops to grow.
Yeah. Like I said, back in like, let's say from, and I know it was happening
1800s.
before then, but I'm going to say from the Civil War on, that's when you started getting closer to the 19th century. That's when all that crop rotation really became a thing, because people at that time were learning more. But before the Civil War, it was just like what Mike said. They were just planting and planting and planting and planting. And then they're 4 or 5 years down the road, their crops didn't yield nowhere near as good as it did the previous years. And just like he said, they would be putting that piece of property up for sale
Well-
and moving somewhere else and trying to find another plot of land to do it all over again.
Well, what my grandfather always did was he'd had cattle across the street and pigs, and then he would plant and harvest the big field, and then he would shut half the field off on the big side and bring the cattle across the street and do the opposite for say about 2 years. Then he would switch it back again.
Well, the cattle damn fertilize the ground.
Oh, well, you damn right.
Yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah. You know another good thing for fertilizing your ground, and you don't have to do nothing with it, and that's freaking chickens, because they're
you
always
got to
scratching.
do a lot with them. You got to
No,
do a
I
lot
understand.
with those.
I understand with the chickens, you got to do a lot with them, but think about it. They're always scratching and rotating the soil all the time. So they are
if
really
you can
beneficial
keep
when
them-
it comes to your ground.
Well, my grandfather's chickens, they was never in a pen or nothing. They just run everywhere.
Yeah, free range.
But then they come back and roost every night.
Yep.
yeah, same.
The only
yeah,
problem
same
is
thing.
the damn hawks pick them up and take them away.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying about that.
So
That
my
and the
grandfather had a good
raccoons.
time with that. He just picked them off.
Yeah, we got look. You got hawks. You got raccoons. Raccoons are damn destroy a fucking chicken crop. They'll just
Well,
eat the shit out of everything.
You can't shoot hawks no more. That's federal.
Fuck it. If they don't know you shot it, you can shoot it.
Hey,
When you got a soccer farm with gators in it, that ain't no problem.
No, you just shoot that motherfucker and throw it in the pond. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing left. They ain't nothing.
get some
Trust me.
pigs.
Yeah. Well, pigs will eat any damn thing. I don't give a fuck what it is. You shoot that bird and throw it over in the pig pen, you can forget it. That motherfucker
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they gonna crunch bones and every damn thing. They don't give a shit.
Yep.
But I know I love the whole access, the whole thing when it comes. That's why I watch so many homesteading channels, dude. I really love that. I'm too old now. I don't think I could do it. Plus, my health ain't nowhere near as good as it used to be, which I can probably say that for probably a lot of us. But I don't know if I'd want to get out there and try to do the homesteading thing and all that kind of stuff anymore. Yeah, have a few chickens here and there, maybe a couple of cows just so I could raise them and, harvest the cows every year. Other than that, I don't think I'd want to get into a big time homesteading thing.
I didn't
It's a
know
lot
that.
of work.
I didn't realize it was. I didn't realize hawks were one of the birds that you couldn't shoot.
Yep.
Hawks, owls. What else is it?
Yeah, don't get caught down here shooting no fucking owl.
Don't
Oh,
shoot
no.
an eagle.
Eagles and other migratory birds.
Yeah,
Eagles.
no.
Don't hit the
Eagles been on that list. Hell, they've been at the top of the list for
understand
God, as
all
long as I
eagles
can
have
remember.
been, but all eagles have not been.
Well, now, you could be right about that. I won't sit here and disagree with that.
Until they came out with this act, whatever it is, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, whenever that came out. Probably
What-
not recent, probably. Probably been
What
around a
you
while.
say is, you go, that wasn't a bald eagle. I see here on the top.
Yeah, I see hair. Property owners do not have the right to kill protected raptors, even in defense of their property.
Yep.
You have to
They can
apply
take
for a
your
permit.
chickens and you can't do shit.
That's why you see so many people putting them in
What
pens now,
happens
like
if I go
building
out
chicken
there
coop and shit like that.
and fight them? Like, instead of shooting them, what if I go out there and punch them? Am I allowed to punch them?
Yeah. Yeah, go
So
ahead.
what happens is they dive bomb and grab your chicken and you just see a shadow and you just kind of look over like, what the hell was that? And there it is taking your bird or trying to.
Yeah.
It's like a
I've
kamikaze
actually
dive bombing.
seen it happen. I've seen it happen. It's fast. You're not going to punch the damn. I mean, if you were right there, maybe you could hit it, but it would hurt you. I would be afraid of it.
What's that?
Hell yeah, I wouldn't want him to turn that damn beak around. That goddamn beak, the damn tip of his damn razor on his damn beak. That motherfucker slice your ass open.
Oh, it's
Beak or the
claws.
talons.
Their talons. Are,
Yeah.
I've seen some hawks that had, I swear, a 6 foot plus wingspan.
Yeah, and I guarantee you,
yeah.
$1,000, that's the female. It's not the male.
I
So
don't
does it
care.
matter when it's killing your fucking
No,
crops?
I'm just saying it. The
I mean, does it
female's
really matter?
always the female's always bigger.
I do know that if you have a chicken hawk on your property, it's usually little and feisty.
Yes, you can shoot
I
them.
remember that in a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm a foghorn leghorn. Chicken hawk.
Oh yeah, Foghorn Leghorn. Boy, that was a great cartoon.
Much.
Now, a red-tailed hawk, you can't shoot them here.
Yeah, you can't shoot any hawks actually.
Yeah, but like I said, there's a swamp down there, so
That's what I'm saying. By the time they won't ever know where that bullet came from.
yeah.
I promise you. You know how many people down here in the South has got the exact same gun? They ain't gonna know where it came from. I promise you. You know how many people down here has got a damn 12 gauge shotgun? Just about every other fucking house.
Oh, I don't have a shotgun.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
is, if you don't have no neighbors, what does it matter?
I have a
Just
lot of them.
throw them in the damn gator pond. Fuck it. Well, up here we can't do that. We ain't got gators that I know of up here.
I wasn't shooting at him. I swear, he just popped right in the front of my bullet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, look, I was target practicing. I didn't tell that motherfucker fly in front of my gun.
yeah. I shot that bear skin, and there it was.
Yep.
I swear. What's up,
And I
Justin?
promise you, officer, I did not destroy a beer. I drank it first. So don't give me the ticket for that.
You just say
Oh, my God.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
That's right.
Then you don't have to worry about the sheriff. Then
Well, you couldn't tell that to damn God Almighty. Why can't I think of that damn name? I just watched the fucking movie the other night. Oh my
So
God.
you watched that movie?
that
I watched the movie I watched the other night is one of Kevin Costner's, to me, is one of his great movies. That's The Highwaymen. I love that fucking movie. Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh yeah.
That's a damn good movie, dude. I'm gonna tell you, Woody Harrelson played a really good part in that movie.
what movie?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Highwaymen.
Highwayman.
I
I
was gonna say,
it doesn't. I mean, you're telling me the names. It's just not coming to me.
Yeah, it's Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson playing the detectives that hunted down and killed Bonnie and Clyde. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Woody was
on.
drunk.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime right now for free.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants
Yeah,
to
that's
watch
a
it.
good movie. Yeah, yes, I've seen that.
There's a bunch of movies on Amazon Prime.
That's where they went and got Kevin Costner out of retirement, and he went and got
Yes.
Woody.
Oh,
Yeah, see, remember him and Woody used to be the Texas Rangers until that governor of that state shut them down, and then she had to re-enlist them to go get Bonnie and Clyde because
Yeah,
her regular police
that's a
and
damn
shit couldn't
good
do it.
movie.
It is a
Yeah.
damn good movie. Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Got a good storyline to it.
And I
The only
didn't
thing
know
I
that was, I didn't know that until about 4 months ago.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only part of that movie that I thought they could have done a better job on is they only showed Bonnie and Clyde's face one time, and that's at the very end when they got shot. They didn't
But it
show them
wasn't
any
about
other
them.
time during the movie.
It wasn't about them. That's the thing.
I know, but still, if that's the criminals that you are hunting and they're killing all of these officers, especially the way, because if you remember that movie, they labeled Bonnie to be more ruthless than Clyde.
Yeah.
Because in real life she was.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, he had a wreck in a car and it caught on fire and it burned her leg, and she never went to the hospital, so she got hooked on that damn what was that damn shit that they used to drink back in those days for pain? God Almighty! Oh,
Yeah,
everybody knows what it is. Damn, I can't think of the name of it.
Shit.
Laudanum. That's it, laudanum.
Yeah, Lachlan,
Um,
that's it.
and she had a gimp leg. So after they would roll up on the officers get out of the car and come walking up to them with a gun, they would just open up the door and shoot them. Well, one of them would still be alive, and she would go over and gimp over to him and kick him over and shoot him right in the forehead because she wanted them to see that she was going to blow their damn head off.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was a really good movie. I know one thing,
What's up, Woody?
boy, they lit that fucking old Ford up while they was shooting at something at the end. Holy piss.
Damn, Woody.
Is it that car? Is it that car in the Smithsonian?
Look at that. That's wrong.
If I'm right, is it that car in the Smithsonian?
Last time I heard it was somewhere.
It's in a museum, but it's not. I don't think it's a Smithsonian, but there's
No,
a bunch
it's,
out there of fake ones that people have in museums too.
I
Yeah.
think it's not. I think it's somewhere like Arkansas, Texas, or some shit like that.
I wish Mr. Gary was here because I thought I remember seeing Gary and Funky
Talk about it.
do a video of the Ford Museum, and I thought they had either that particular car there or a car that was supposed to be one like it or whatever. I can't remember, but I could have swore that they done a video on that car at the Ford
It's
Museum.
in Primm, Nevada, is where it's at.
Okay.
It's in Las Vegas Boulevard, Primm, Nevada. At
Okay.
the tourist attraction there. That's what this says.
I just know it was a good movie though. But I've seen a couple of renditions of that movie though.
I've seen it. It is a very good movie.
Yeah, there's some older versions of that movie that I also thought was really good too.
Bonnie and Clyde. There's a couple of good different movies on it, and there's a couple of crappy ones.
Yeah. But by far the best one I've seen so far is the one with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I agree.
Harrelson. Yeah. I haven't seen one that was that
but
good.
Highwaymen is not about Bonnie and Clyde as much as it is the people that caught them.
Exactly. It was more about the two guys that used to be former Texas Rangers that had to be enlisted to go get them. So
That's
I
why
do
they
agree with that.
didn't show
So
their faces until the end.
yeah, but you would have thought. I mean, just thinking about it, you would have kind of thought they would have showed their faces one or two more times during the movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the way that one detective, that real young detective that they enlisted to identify Clyde, said he used to go to school with Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, he's friends with him.
Yeah, and you would have thought the way he was describing them, they would have actually shown their face before the end of the movie. You know what I mean? Because he said that she was a real pretty girl and all that kind of stuff, and they just never showed them, and I didn't understand that. But it's like any movie. No matter how good it is, we could all pick something apart about it.
Just completely different subject here. I'm looking at this picture of the background on the screen, and I'm like, man, whoever's garage it is must be really safety conscious. Fire extinguisher right there. It's just right.
That's either Woody's or damn Mike's garage.
No, it's not mine.
It's my garage.
Probably Mike's garage with all them damn batteries and shit he's got in there.
Hank's garage, actually.
Well,
I've
I'm
been
looking
Oh.
for it. I don't see it.
and
Oh,
that's
I see it now.
going on?
Yeah.
only one of the 4 fire extinguishers I have out there.
Well, Mike's garage, how many fire extinguishers do you actually have in your garage?
3 or 4. And then inside the chill area, I've got 1 and then 2 automatic fire suppression systems.
Nice. You
Damn.
got a much bigger garage than I do, and a lot more batteries that are lithium based than I
Oh
do.
God, he's got a shit ton of batteries. Holy fuck.
Well, damn,
He's got an
Mike's
ass load.
garage, make sure you don't roll one and not
Yeah.
smoke it because you're going to
Yeah,
set
he's
the
got an
alarm
ass
off.
load of them. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's an ass load of batteries, a shit ton.
Yeah. Yeah, no joke. I agree. Hey, question is, Mike, now that you got your fence up, have you started installing all your panels, putting your racks together and getting your panels set up and stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. My brother's coming into town this weekend. Once he's gone, then I can start on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's going to be a job all by itself. Because did you say you're going to have 100+ panels out there?
Yeah,
Damn.
God, that's going to be a lot of work putting them racks together. Holy shit.
it's believe it or not, it's not that hard. I've already put a dozen of them together.
What's up?
Now, what's up, Walter Strange? How you doing, buddy? My Canadian buddy.
Well, thanks.
Now, let me ask you something. Are you putting those things together inside of the shop where the AC's at and then carry them out to where you're going to be placing them?
Yeah, well, they're individual stands. I just put them together inside the shop, and then I bring them out and then mount the panel to it, and yeah.
What holds the stands in the ground to keep them from toppling over in a windstorm?
Wood.
Yeah, them big ass logs that he cut down. No. That's what he said. He cut them big old logs down for that reason.
Yep.
Once he puts them out, he's going to put them logs on them.
Yep.
Wood.
If you think that's going to work, great. I hope it does.
Yeah,
Well,
no shit.
It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the wood first and I'm brazing it. So then that way it's got a nice chalky coating on the outside, which will keep it from deteriorating with rot
Mhm.
and then also bugs.
Yeah.
Shosugi bond in it with the torch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it'll smell good.
You buy that
Torch
big-
in a propane tank, a big old,
Yeah.
for like a grill. Yep.
Did you buy that big torch?
The big
Yep.
torch?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big. It shoots out about 3 feet.
I almost
Oh,
bought
hell
it
yeah.
one time, but I realized I really, really, really didn't need it, so I didn't buy it.
Oh, you can never go wrong with the torch. I use that to help kill weeds.
Yeah, I want a torch, and I also want a what is the fire shooting things?
Pink's wants a higher ceiling so he can put a lift in there.
I know what I want. I want my house paid off. That's what I want. Any of you guys
That would
want to
be nice.
assist with that? I will gladly take donations.
Yeah.
I want somebody to help me build mine. You want to assist with that when it gets there?
Hey, we've been giving you shit for 3 years now about building your
Yeah.
house, and you keep
Hopefully-
saying that you'll get to it when you get to it.
Hey,
4 years.
hopefully-
4 years.
Hopefully,
Get it right.
no, I hadn't even owned the building 4 years, so it ain't been that long. I hadn't even owned the property that long. Hopefully, it's moving in the right direction now because the company that was doing the clearing is no longer doing the clearing. I've got a
Oh,
whole
you
new company
fired
now.
them.
Yes, sir. I got rid of them.
All right.
They're gone, and I had to make them reimburse me a lot of money too. Because I told them if they didn't, I was going to take them to court.
There you go. All right. Well, good.
But they didn't squabble. They didn't squabble. So they cut me the check, and that was the end of that. Now I got another company who's already got equipment on the ground on the property. So, and now
Oh,
we're gonna have some.
shit.
Yes, sir. Now we got some good, hot, dry weather coming in. So hopefully some shit's gonna get done like real quick.
Really hot weather, yes.
Yeah, like today. Oh my God, today was just absolutely
Sunday
fucking.
here.
Yeah.
Today
Killing
it
me
was
too.
just it was miserable here
Yep.
today. Holy fuck.
On Saturday, and I got to finish the front yard. I haven't even finished it. Actually, rain possible tonight. That could screw me
Yeah, but I don't mind if it rains at nighttime because it's so fucking hot during the day. It don't take long in the ground right now. It don't take long for it to dry out.
My ground is still wet.
Shit, you won't find nothing wet around here. You kick the dirt, buddy. You got them put a mask on to breathe.
The only thing you're gonna find right around salty is the damn
Is still wet.
vagina.
Dude, I walked around all day today with fucking swamp ass. It was so goddamn nasty.
I didn't. I was
There you
there
go.
today.
Dude, it
But
was
I
just,
think-
it was horrible. It was horrible outside.
I think
You
part of it
drive
is
me until
Pink's
7 o'clock.
property.
Tell them
Nah.
to check the
What I got so pissed about is I took my damn truck down to have a damn thermostat put in it, and it don't got your standard average fucking thermostat. It's got a very expensive fucking thermostat in it. Well, I took it down, and my coolant I had just put in November of last year or October, right before the winter. Brand new damn car, drained everything out, put brand new coolant in it. So he asked me, he goes, "Well, do you want to buy some more coolant?" I'm like, "No, hell no, I don't want to buy no more coolant. Drain that shit out, and put it back in there." That was brand fucking new, dude. And so what does he do? He drained that shit out, and I got that orange shit. I can't remember the damn name of it.
deck's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I got that expensive ass shit. And so he drains it out, but instead of draining it in a clean pan, he drained it in a pan that had fucking green antifreeze, and at the bottom of that motherfucker had oil in it.
Yep.
So when he poured my shit back in there, he poured fucking oil all of my goddamn cooling system. My damn overflow tank had damn oily sludge in it. I took it back to him. I said, "Hey, bud, you got to fix this because this shit wasn't like that when I brought it down here." He goes, "Well, I'm going to have to buy some radiator flush." I said, "No, hell, you ain't putting no radiator flush in my engine." I said, "You just you drain it, put water in it, drive it around until you get all that shit clean. You take the reservoir tank off, you fucking clean it, and you get all that shit out." I said, "Do not put no engine flush in my system." I said, "These trucks the engine flush does harm to the engines. Don't put that shit in my engine." He goes, "Well, you're going to have to repay for it." I said, "You got to talk to my attorney." I said, "Motherfucker, you done this. You caused this problem. I didn't. You did. So no, I ain't paying you shit. You gonna fix my truck." Oh, I was
What
pissed when
truck
he
is
told me it's an 07 Chevy Colorado. But the problem is, I take really good care of my engine and shit like that in my truck. I change my oil every 3,000 miles and service my transmission. I do all the shit you're supposed to do because I'm one of those type, man. You can never do too much preventative maintenance to your vehicle. I don't like to wait till something is broke, then fix it. So if I see something that needs to be fixed, I want to get that shit taken care of so it don't become a problem down the road. You know what I mean? I'm just one of those type people. And so when he told me I was going to have to pay for him flushing, I said, "Oh, fuck no, I ain't paying you shit, dude. I already done paid you. You're the one that fucking caused this shit. I didn't do it. I didn't tell you to use a dirty ass fucking drain pan. That was your fault, not mine."
Yeah, I always have to. Whenever I go to drain mine, if I'm going to reuse it, I have to spend some time and clean my pan out.
Yeah. Well, see, I have two separate pans for that.
What's that?
See, I have two separate pans for that. I got one pan that
I
is
have
nothing.
5 different pans, and they all get dirty because I use them because I'm busy.
Yeah, well, see, like I said, I got one that's strictly nothing but I use it for nothing but oil. But then I have another one that I use nothing but fucking freaking antifreeze. I don't
My dog
mix
uses
the two.
oil at one time or
So,
another.
Well, see, I don't do that. That's why I bought two different ones. But
I seriously have 5 different ones, Salty, and they all
Yeah.
end up being used at one time or another for oil.
yeah, but see, that's beside the point. What you have and what I have. This is a freaking professional shop that I took my shit to and paid them money to fix my car.
Oh, those guys
Take care of that problem.
Clean. They use them for everything.
And I'm like this: if you're gonna be professional, freaking run your business like a professional. If you make a mistake make a mistake on someone's vehicle, own up to that shit and make it right. That's how you get repeat business. But when you just literally fuck somebody and then you tell them they got to pay you to fix your fuck up, oh hell no, I ain't your fucking huckleberry, brother. It ain't happening that way.
Fix it, trust
Yeah.
me.
Oh, trust me, I got all in that dude's shit. I was mad.
And at my house, I have to
bet.
put my pans out before I can, pull my radiator fluid out, especially when it's brand new. Like I saved my radiator fluid from the Focus because I had just put that shit in there. Like
Yeah.
And it's
That was my whole point.
because I dumped it out into clean containers and then poured it back into the jugs.
Yep. And if anybody's ever bought any of that orange Dutch Cool, that shit is not cheap, dude. That shit's high.
None of it's cheap anymore. Trust, none of it's cheap.
I'd
You know,
push that
you know-
Dexcool out and put something else in there.
Well, see, that's what a lot of people tell me to do is take that shit out, flush it all out, and just go back and get the green stuff and put in. That's what a lot of people say do. But I'm one of those type that I've never had a problem out of the Dutch Cool. It's always treated. I've never had an issue out of it.
If you're running an aluminum, if everything's aluminum, you want the newer stuff, and Dexcool is one of the ones.
Yeah, that's what my little
Oh,
four
okay.
cylinder engine is. It's aluminum. So
All aluminum. Yeah.
yeah. You want, if you're running aluminum stuff, you want to use like Dexcool or the other one that they make that's similar, the yellow. You know, where do you get
Yeah,
the
mine's-
antifreeze? So when I was in Washington, old antifreeze, we just take it to the dump. They had a hazmat, and you just take it to them. They take it for you, and they dump it. It didn't cost me anything because I lived in the city. I mean, if you didn't have for that, you could do it from anywhere. They just took it and recycled it or whatever they did with it. I didn't care. I could take old oil there. They had an oil dump, but I had oil dumps at like O'Reilly's and AutoZone too.
Yeah, I think most of the power stores take that shit, don't they?
Antifreeze, I don't
Mhm.
take it around here.
yeah, but if I'm right, didn't they change the mixture in antifreeze? Isn't it no longer harmful to pets? It won't kill your animals and stuff. They drink it.
Antifreeze.
You could be right about that too. I won't. You're probably right about that.
Only one type is not harmful to pets, and it's still harmful. You don't want them drinking it.
Well, of
Hey,
course, yeah.
They won't
Yeah, of course.
instantly kill them like the old stuff, but it doesn't work near as well.
Yeah, it's just like they tell you, well, you can pour this brake fluid on your paint job; it won't hurt it. I'm like, okay, let me see you do that to your car first.
Yeah, no shit.
you be the test dummy. I'm not gonna be the test dummy.
I have spilled a shitload of some of that synthetic brake fluid on my paint. Didn't hurt it at all.
I try my best to avoid that shit
because
at
I was
all
afraid
possible.
of it. The old stuff used to like bubble my paint so quickly.
Hell yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all, how would y'all felt, if somebody done your vehicle like that, and you went back and you opened up your shit and you see oil all in your fucking reservoir tank, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? I ain't got supposed to have my reservoir tank's supposed to be orange because of that school. It ain't supposed to be black.
Yeah, but it wouldn't happen because I always do my own.
Yeah, I do my own too. So
Well, normally I do, but since the thermostat had to be changed on this truck, and it is an aggravating motherfucker to get to, plus it's $100 thermostat, and it's not your little short thermostats, dude. This some bitch is like 6-8 inches long, big ass long ass thermostat. And I was like, nah.
I still do.
For what?
That's just
Yeah. Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between you and Bama and Mike's garage and probably Woody. Y'all have a place inside where y'all can do that, but I live in an apartment complex. They don't allow you to work on your cars here. You can't do that kind of stuff. So
Oh, I
Your
remember.
situation. I'd be pissed.
yeah, I was mad as hell, dude. Especially, when he told me I had to pay him again, I'm like, oh hell no, motherfucker, I ain't giving you shit. Oh no, this is your fuck up, not mine.
That's bad, man. I'd have them replace
Man,
the
yeah.
coolant reservoir and everything.
Dude, he charged me $295 to put a thermostat in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember back in the day I could go buy the thermostat for $5 and do it my damn self. But them days are long gone until I get a shop where I can actually work on shit anymore. But this thermostat don't go into the top of the motor; it goes into the side of the motor.
Yeah, it's got the housing built into it and everything. Right?
Yeah, it's all one piece. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
much is $100 man.
You should just buy it online. They're a lot cheaper.
Well, when your shit's leaking, and I ain't taking no chance driving my stuff like that, so I just go to the parts store and I'm at their mercy. Then I just pay the price.
So an AC Delco original, AC Delco GM original equipment, they're $76, which is
Yeah,
that's fucking.
Yeah, mine is a 07 2.9 liter Vortex.
That's what I looked at. So
Okay,
and
okay.
I can get them online for $76, but you have to wait for it. You got
Yeah, yeah.
But you can get the aftermarket ones that are not GM, and they're $20.
Yeah, no, I want good parts. That's one of those things. Some things I don't jip out on, some things I will. But when it comes to like cooling system and it's freaking hot as it is right now in the
Yeah, I
summertime,
do it. I just pull that thermostat out and say, "The hell with it."
yeah, fuck. I don't even know if you can do that anymore.
I don't think you can on that one.
With that one,
Yeah.
with that one, you cannot. With mine, you
Yeah.
can, even though it's still a pain in the ass to pull out. I can with both my cars, but yeah, that one, I think it's built in. You can take it out, but it's called cutting and drilling.
Yeah. No.
I think it's
We ain't going to do all that.
because it's like because it's the thermostat with the housing and the pipe coming out, and that's all one unit, one piece.
Yeah.
That's what they call.
You see how long that damn thermostat is, dude? It's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's because it's got the pipe on it that the hose goes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
another-
remember the little old flat one with a spring. That something bitch wasn't nothing.
the actual thermostat's the same size as a normal thermostat.
Yeah, problem is it's all made in one piece.
It is actually. I'm not sure you can't get it out. I think it's pressed in. I think you could probably press it out.
I don't know if you can or not, but
Well,
I know I couldn't buy just that thermostat. I had to buy that whole damn piece. That's the way they sold it to me. So
I've never seen one in real life, but they don't sell them as a separate piece at all because, like I said, I think it's pressed into there. I don't think one actual piece, but I think it is pressed together so it could come out, but it'd probably damage something on the way.
see, the only reason why I even figured that shit out is I was sitting at the drive-thru at Wendy's one day, and all of a sudden my AC started blowing warm air. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "This ain't right." I said, "I got a was working perfectly good AC," and so when I got home, I backed my truck into the parking spot, and I got out and looked, and I seen drip. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Then I
The
started
coolant.
feeling around. I was like, "Damn, that's antifreeze." Fuck.
That coolant temperature sensor, once you start messing around with the thermostats and stuff, it'll mess your whole ride up, man, because it'll adjust your air and fuel ratios and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, "Shit, I'm not messing with this thing." 'Cause I probably could work on it, but
I do
I'm
have
like,
a thermostat for my Mustang, but it's just one to help keep it opens up sooner. It keep it down. I get tired of my head temps always being right at 200. I wish they'd stay lower, but they don't.
I want to take really good care of my truck because, like I said, I got such little money invested in this truck, and I got a really, really low mile motor and transmission that I put in the truck. Hell, the truck's a 07, but the engine's only got 60-something thousand miles on it, engine transmission. So, I mean, it's a really low mile engine and trans. I don't want to mess it up. That's why, because like I said, I told Pinks I bought the truck as a roller. I mean, I only give $750 for the truck.
Ooh, Dale got screwed up too. Did you see what happened to him?
Did a shop screw him over too, or try to screw him over?
In his Dodge, and it plugged everything up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The shop did that to me. They'd be buying me a new engine
Hell yeah.
because that stuff you can't get that out, and you don't want it. Like you said, that old radiator and engine flush that they used to use. That's bad for these aluminum engines. That stuff is not good.
Damn, I hate to hear that, Dale.
New version of it, but it's like you need to pull the engine apart and clean that shit out because it just gunks everything up.
I'm just glad.
I had
I'm sorry.
some inside the Whipple intercooler, and it was all gunked up in there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just lucky I got the 4-cylinder in mine because everybody that I've talked to that's got these year trucks that have that 5-cylinder in them because they quit putting V6s in them. They got the 5-cylinders. They say them damn engines are junk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I got the little. So what now?
I heard the transmissions go bad in them.
Well, hopefully mine don't go bad. Pray it don't.
No, knock on wood, right?
Yeah. We serviced it and all when we before we put it in. We changed the filter, fluids, and all that shit that you're supposed to change. We changed everything in it. So, and hell, one of the most expensive parts, other than having to buy the engine and transmission, that I'm gonna tell you right now, that charcoal canister on that truck, that's a $high little bastard, dude. Because I'd never even messed with a charcoal canister before, because that was the problem we had when we got everything the engine, trans, and everything put in the truck, I was having a hard time to get it to a pass emissions because here in the county I live in, you got to have emissions. I was like, what in the hell is going on? So we kept putting it on the machine, reading the code. We'd go fix that and then turn the light off. I'd drive at 50, 55 miles and then the damn check engine light come right back on. I was like, what in the fuck is going on here? So finally we changed the charcoal canister and there's like a little, a circulator valve. What it does is the gas comes from the engine and goes into the charcoal canister and then it
Purge
circulates it. Yeah, it comes back through the canister and pushes it back up to the engine so it can go out the exhaust, burn it on the way out. Well, the charcoal canister and that little valve you're talking about, that was bad. And I never have messed with that before. So it was like throwing shit at the wall and see what stuck, until I changed everything on the damn truck and come to emissions, except for the damn manifold.
I really do. That's some of the original. I remember when they first started putting those on cars. That was like one of the original, emissions bullshit they started doing.
Yeah. And I hope I don't have to buy a damn manifold for this truck. God damn, they're high as hell, dude. Because the Cadillac converter and manifold's all one piece.
Oh, exhaust manifolds.
Yeah. It's only got one because it's a 4-cylinder, but it's got the damn Cadillac converter,
So
and the manifold is one piece. So
on
it's like
my-
$550, $600.
on my Mustang, one side it's one piece, on the other side it comes off.
Really? All right, there, Bama. Have a good night, buddy.
Later, guys.
Later, Bama.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't have to change that damn thing because they say usually when you have to change them, they're cracked. You can't just take it off, put a new gasket on it. Usually it's cracked and you got to buy the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I still got mine. I've still got my original headers. I kept them.
Well, I ain't complaining about the little truck. It's been a good ass little truck, man. I mean, I ain't got no complaints about it. It's small. I can whip that so much around in any parking spot or just about anywhere. It's just so small. It's just a single cab short wheelbase truck. So it's a little bitty ass thing. It ain't big as nothing. But surprisingly, inside of the cab, it's got a lot more room than you think it would have. Because I got a friend of mine who's 6'4", right at 6'5". He said, I can get in your truck and drive it down the road and I'm just comfortable as I can be. He goes, I got plenty of leg room, arm room, and everything. I said, really? He goes, yeah. So, I don't know, for a smart car. Yeah, for a small little truck, you wouldn't think it would have that kind of room, but he said it was comfortable to him. So, of course, my little short ass don't have that problem.
Yeah. You're using the phone book, right?
Yeah, phone book and the fucking pillow and every damn thing else.
You have a reach for damn pedals?
Yeah, the fucking McDonald booster seat.
I don't even think I could get one ass cheek in one of them booster seats. So
I don't, you know what? I don't think I can. I don't think I can anymore either. Even though I ain't got an ass anymore, it always it seemed like it came around to the front. Now I got this thing called front butt. My ass is flat as a pancake.
cool. Checking on my heads tomorrow to see how the state's reporting job with upgraded springs are going. Hopefully they're going well.
Who's that? Barbecue Mike?
That is.
Yeah.
Good deal, man.
They putting double springs on there or single springs? Probably double. From the sound of it. I'm having a hell of a time with the wiring on my truck.
Are you trying to use the old wire or did you order a new wiring harness?
New one from Painless.
Oh, you got the painless
Painless?
wiring harness?
Having trouble with it?
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, everything's corroded, so I'm having to fix it all up and stuff. Like,
Oh, your old stuff is corroded. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
That's
trying
painful. What year is that truck?
to 81.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
Yeah, he's got a bull. He's got a good old bull nose. He's got two of those something.
44 years old?
Sorry.
I said that's 44 years old, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Trying to hook the new harness into the old harness. I'm having to cut them off and find connectors, and
That is 44.
Yeah, both of yours are step side, right, Woody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
harder one to get right there, the step side. There's a guy behind me that's got one over here, but God is beat up all over. That truck just beat the total shit. It's the red and white one, the red on top, red on bottom, and the white down the middle of it.
Nice.
Hey, he don't ever try to do nothing with it though. It just sits over there. It runs. Every once in a while, he'll crank it up and kill all the fucking mosquitoes around here. But that's how much it beat all up.
Yeah.
But I like them old bullnose, man.
Trying to decide now, once I get my Focus running again, whether I'm going to keep it or sell it.
Oh,
It's paid
That's
for.
right.
I'd keep it.
Pay for it except for the truck that doesn't work. The
for
one
sale.
that work is the only one I owe money on, and I owe less than $3,000.
That's why I was wondering. Are you thinking about selling it so you can get the money to fix your truck?
No, figured about selling it to buy something different.
Oh, you're gonna sell it? Oh, buy something different. Then what you gonna do with your truck? You gonna keep your truck or you gonna buy another truck?
You keep the truck.
Okay. I didn't know. I just asked.
Where's your truck, Pink?
That's a 13 F-150.
Oh, okay.
Nothing special. It's just got an issue with the Coyote. It needs to be pulled out and fixed. I need to fix the heads on it and replace the rear main seal. And other than that, it's fine. It's not that high mileage. It's got like 160 on it, I think. But
Vehicles are so damn expensive now. You can't afford them.
the problem is, had I been able to wait, and I probably could have really. I mean, I've only used it a couple times since I bought it, like for towing and stuff. Had I waited, I could have used the same amount of money and bought a much better truck now, because when I bought it, prices were high.
Yeah, true.
But
You still have that red truck, Frosty?
6 months after I bought it, prices started dropping.
Ain't that the way it usually works, though?
Yeah. If I'd gotten the more money that I wanted for my truck that I sold, then I'd have bought a much nicer truck.
Didn't you just sell a trailer too?
No, I haven't sold it. Nobody's even inquiring. I probably need to relist that.
Huh.
It's for sale still. It's on Racing Junk, but because I don't pay for it, it's probably at the bottom of the list there now too. And Marketplace.
Did you go list it on Caleb's marketplace thing?
No.
Shit, I would. Why not? Put that something to more places as possible, as long as it's free.
I don't know. Is it free?
Yeah. Caleb thing's free. Don't cost nothing.
I don't even know how to get to it. So
Yeah, I think he's got a free version of it, and then I think he's got like a premium version of it. I think.
Premium, and it's just like Racing Junk. If you're not premium, nobody sees it because it's put way to the bottom of the list.
Well, you got to remember, Caleb's site's not that big, so it won't be hard to find yours on Caleb's. So.
$8,000 and nothing.
That's what you got it listed at now? Is 8,000?
Yep.
Wow, you would think.
What about that Bringa trailer? Is that pretty good?
I couldn't hear you.
The Bringa trailer.
Bring a trailers for cars.
Oh.
Yeah, bring a trailers for cars that you need a trailer to get them, pick them up. Sometimes it's because they're really nice. Sometimes it's because they don't run.
Damn, it's still hot and muggy as shit outside.
It is so muggy outside right now.
Dude, I've been out here since I've been on the phone with you guys. It is so damn hot.
$700. Just needs a water pump. Just needs a water pump. You wouldn't be selling it for $700.
Well, just out of curiosity, if you sold your Focus, what kind of vehicle would you be looking to buy? Just out of curiosity.
Mazda Miata.
Really?
Miata?
Yeah, love those little cars.
Good course car.
Drives. Not even like a early to mid 2000s, but hard to find one in decent shape that hasn't been dragged out. That's the problem.
Well, let me ask you something. Was the Pontiac Solstice any good? Because didn't they race those things around the race course for a long time?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I can't even think what the Solstice looks like right now.
Is that little coupe looking thing? It almost looked like that little 2-door BMW looking little car.
Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah, but cool.
Anymore. Miatas are a huge. There's a lot of aftermarket for Miatas, like I.
Oh well, yeah, they are. They really are.
And they're rear wheel drive, so that's one thing I really like.
And if I'm right, don't most road courses have a class for those little cars?
I don't know.
They do down here in Texas.
Yeah, I thought most road courses like what is that one over in Alabama? That really nice ass road course over there.
Barber?
Huh? Yeah, Barber. If I'm right, I think they got a damn Miata class, if I remember right.
I don't know.
I could have swore I remember watching that shit on TV.
Texas Motor Speedway, they have a course they set out there for those Miatas.
Oh, you're talking like you're not talking the road course. You're talking just
Where you
No, I'm
beat
talking
around
about the road
cones
course.
and
No,
stuff.
no, like a bar. Oh yeah, what is that thing they call?
oh my god! If I hadn't tried to think about it, I know what it is.
It's almost like it's almost like Time Attack. You know,
Yeah,
you're
it's
racing against the clock. Yeah.
it is time. It's all about time. So what's his name's his or not Facebook Marketplace? What's it called? Caleb.
Caleb's Fox Body Marketplace. I want to say that's it. I don't hold me to that. Or Foxcast Marketplace or some shit like that.
Foxcast. Let's see. Let me just go to Foxcast and see if I can find it.
Yeah, I know if you go to his YouTube page, I mean not YouTube, but Facebook page, I think there's a link to it.
Is what it is.
Well, that's his regular page, but he's got.
I know, but I'm going there. No, that's not going anywhere either.
Yeah, but his damn marketplace has got a. Is it Foxcast Marketplace?
Foxcast. That's what Barbecue Mike says.
Yeah, I got the link in there on my fucking computer.
TheFoxcast.com.
Salty, I didn't mean to run you off last week, bud, with the guitar, bud.
Oh, it was all good, man. My battery was really low. I only had like 7% left on my battery anyway. So I needed to put my damn phone on charge.
I apologize to you, bud.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No big deal, man. That's why I didn't say. That's why I said you ain't got no reason to apologize, man. It was all good.
Well, I'm not seeing it on here. I guess he doesn't have a link to it on his site, which is just stupid.
Yeah, you would think he would be linking it.
Yeah, you'd think.
I'll go in the house, see if I can find it, and I'll text it to you.
I'm trying Foxcast Marketplace. Yep, there it is. Foxcast Media Marketplace.
Okay, well, there you go.
Marketplace.thefoxcast.com.
Okay, well, that's a hell of a long name.
But see, I look through here and I'm like, I see selling your 79 to 04 Mustang, vehicles for sale, parts and accessory services. I don't see a place to list a trailer.
You know they need trailers to haul those Mustangs around with, though.
Yeah, but I believe you could go up under the vehicle, and I believe you could list that damn thing as a vehicle. I think. I could be wrong, but I think you could.
Ooh, that's a nice 04 GT.
Need a hauler? I got one for you right here. It'll haul 2 months.
There are actually some nice cars on there, some pretty good deals on there. Not bad.
Freeze! Bet you're listing. I gotta sign up. I don't have an account, or do I? Invalid login. I guess I don't have a sign up. I have to sign up. I don't have a login.
Salty, you still have that old red Ford pickup?
Oh yeah, it ain't never going nowhere, bro. I'll have that till I stop breathing.
It's nice. I love that.
Yeah.
What is that? Like a 70 or 75?
69 Ford Ranger.
Oh hell, I'm way off.
Yeah, it's got factory air and all that stuff on it.
Nice. Yeah. Is it a Ranger?
Yeah, it's a Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
we still got the original Ranger hubcaps that came on it. My dad, when he took those the steel wheels off of the Ranger hubcaps, of course he got rid of the wheels, but he kept the hubcaps and then put those aluminum wheels on it. But when we finally get around to redoing that truck, we're going to put those wheels back on that truck because we're not going to build it. We're not going to restore it back to like factory. We're going to build it the way my dad wanted it built. So we're going to do it in honor of him.
Yeah.
Because the mufflers on it, believe it or not, he actually made the mufflers that are on it.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah, he made them out of stainless steel. So they ain't another Ford around that's got that sound. I'm telling you, man, that thing has got a sound of its own, and it sounds
Apparently, I
good
don't
as
know
hell.
what my password is.
How many
I hate
different
passwords.
how many different emails do you got? Use a different email. Make a new account.
Why? How about I just do forgot password and reset it?
Well, you can do that too. You can do that too.
That's the easy way. I have
Pink's trailer. 1, 2, 3.
I have 3 different emails. Oh no, you gotta have at least minimum 8 characters and so many of this and
Pink's trailer. 1, 2, 3. Exclamation point.
no, I don't do shit like that where people can figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
My passwords are hard, and that's why I forget them sometimes because I have multiple passwords, like multiple.
Same here. I make mine hard as shit.
Probably about 20 different passwords that I use. And
You're supposed to.
I have to change them all the time. Like once something happens and one of them's found out, I have to change it. Reset password.
I write sentences on mine. A whole sentence or
Yeah.
a phrase. You know.
I use passphrases now.
Shit, I use symbols,
You
all
can't-
kinds of shit on
When
mine.
you set the password on something like this and they don't have the little eyes so you can check it, I'm on my phone. So I could have fucked up and not typed exactly what I thought I did, you know?
Yeah, because if you like me, you fat fingered, you fucking wind up hitting on the wrong damn thing. I do that shit all the time.
Slow because it doesn't have a check.
Yeah, it don't got that thing on it where you show passwords so you know you typed in the right shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. That's the one good thing I'm glad Google added to their shit, their fucking Gmail thing. Now you can just show the fucking password. You can do the same thing on like
Well,
your
it
Roku TV too.
When you go to type in your password to log in, it has that option, but it doesn't have it when you go to set the password.
China.
You've got the technology.
Oh yeah.
I know you do.
We can-
There, I got
We could rebuild him. $6 million.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some nice cars on there though. There's some nice parts on there too. At least back when I looked, and that's probably been a month and a half, 2 months ago when I looked at it. So I haven't looked at it since then.
You go to my ad and copy it basically.
Salty, did you get out of the RC car racing stuff?
No, I'm still in it. It's just too hot to take the cars out right now. Yeah, it's just too damn hot. I mean, I'll do it if we, if me and my group are going to get together, me and my group down here that I'm a member of, if we plan on doing something one day, we'll go out there and run for 3, 4, 5 hours. But I always keep my batteries inside of my truck because it's just so damn hot right now, man, down here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was like 94 today here and felt like 106. It was hot. God, the humidity. Dude, it was so hot you could see the trees sweating. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot, dude. I was like, God almighty.
Yeah,
You
it's
walk
hot down
outside.
here too.
Yeah, you just walk outside and the humidity immediately, you take your damn breath. It was so damn hot. You're like, golly.
Get
Yeah,
sunburned.
so you get a list under vehicles. You get a choice of Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury.
Really?
Yeah,
Call it Ford,
he's
Ford
locked it
trailer.
down where it's Mustang other. It's not giving you a lot of choices for anything.
Yeah, one thing I can say about Caleb now, he is die-hard Ford. I mean,
That's
just
fine.
dude.
He's diehard Ford.
Yeah, he made that website where if you're looking for something Ford, especially Mustangs or something like that, he's got it.
Yeah, so I can't do it. It won't. It's not giving me any options to just do something other than
Will it not let you list it up under part?
Let's see. Parts and accessories: engine, drivetrain, interior, exterior, headers, exhaust, wheels, tires, suspension, miscellaneous. Guess it would be miscellaneous, wouldn't it?
That's what I would list it up under if it would allow me to do it. I'd put it up under miscellaneous.
We could try. Let's see what
That's
happens.
all you can do. That's all you can do is try.
Select payout method: Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. How about cash? I like
Hell
cash.
yeah. Damn right. Me too. Cash is king.
It's only those three, but guess what? For the price I want for it, I can't use any of those. It's too much. So I can't list here. So I'll stick with I swear I looked into this before and I couldn't do it. So I guess
Well, I tell you what, when you go to Ford Takeover, if you decide to go to Ford Takeover and you're able to talk to him, ask him, is he going to open his site up to people to list trailers and things like that on?
probably not.
I mean-
'Cause that's not what he's looking to do. He's looking to sell Mustang and Mustang parts, basically.
I understand that. But I mean, hell, if he broadens his horizon, hell, he might get more traffic on his website.
Maybe. I could always
Hell.
and ask too.
Yeah. All you can do is ask. I mean, hell, worst thing he can say is no. You know what I mean?
Doesn't bother me at all if he does.
Hell, I've been told no so damn many times in my life. Shit, no, don't bother me no more. It's like just part of my language now. Everybody always gets butt hurt and rejected when they hear no. I'm like, shit.
Oh,
You ain't been told no as many times as I have in my lifetime. Hey, it's get loud. Goddamn train's coming through. Go figure. I'm trying to walk back over to my phone and mute it real quick.
so it's pretty easy. I want to contact them. They've got a contact, so
I've listed for $8 and then say it wouldn't let me put the right amount on there. It's really 8,000.
Yeah.
Or something like that, you know. I don't. Hell, I like Train Salty. Let that thing roll through, bud.
All right. Or if there's a place in a description at the bottom where you can write a description of your part, then put your amount down there and say cash.
I'm just sending them a text.
Yeah, or you can do that right there.
Because it's a trailer. You got to pick them up. You're going to be on site.
Exactly. Have you thought about I don't know if you can do that or not with the way your truck's running.
I could put my Venmo in there. I don't mind, but I can't take $8,000 for Venmo. It just won't let me.
PayPal will, right?
I don't know.
Can't you do up to $10,000 a day on PayPal?
I have no idea.
Depends on your account.
Say again, Pinks.
It depends on your account. On mine.
Okay.
Mine is limited for a reason. Okay, that email address is not gonna work.
If you got big money like Salty, you could probably go with the 8,000 on your PayPal.
Oh shit, mine goes more than that. Mine goes up to the 10,000.
I don't know anything about it really.
Yeah, I buy a lot of shit on PayPal, dude. Lots and lots of shit. I would say that's how I bought my tractor, but I tried to pay him on PayPal that day down at his house, and he wouldn't accept PayPal. He said, it'll be here tomorrow. Go by the bank and get me the money and bring it down here. I said, okay.
I know the
Even
good
though
thing
I-
about PayPal is you can get your money back, you know, if something
Right.
goes bad, I think, or something.
That's right. Your money's insured. That's why I like
Yeah.
PayPal.
Hey, you have a good one, Dels. I'm about ready to cut this, shut it down anyway. It's 10 o'clock, and we have to work in the morning. And I've been trying to get to bed earlier lately.
If it's 10 there, then it's 11 here.
Yeah, but you don't have to work tomorrow, do you, Salty?
I got to work down my brother's cutting grass, which I fucking hate.
That's
like work.
Be at work at 6:30. So
Yeah, you got to remember, I volunteer for this shit, so I don't get paid for this crap. So.
well, that's on you. You volunteered.
Yeah, but you know what? He does a lot for me, so I don't.
But I don't get paid overtime. So anyway,
all right, there, Mr. Pinks and Mr. Woody, y'all have a good one. Barbecue Mike and everybody else in chat, y'all have a good one. We'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Thanks for having me up.
yeah, no problem. Hey, everybody in the chat, everybody who was on here, thanks for being here. Thanks for being in the chat, and I hope to see you. Well, actually, next week is. Oh, give me a second. What is next week? Next week is the 2nd. So I think I'm going to be running one next week. Won't be late though, because I got to leave early the next day to head up to Michigan. So if I do have one next week, it'll be an hour tops. So until then, I will see you in the garage. You guys have a good one. I'm out.